this thing going. Before I do anything, Islam, Shalom, Hotel, everybody, peace. Uh, First thing first, let me just do a little this moment. Hold on 1 second. Just make sure I get this right. All right, let me just go ahead and just get this out of the way. First thing first. Swerve, what's going on, man? What's going on? First thing first, let me go ahead and apologize last night because I had too many interruptions at the HQ here. I had too many interruptions at the HQ here last night that kept on interfering in my live stream. When I'm trying to focus on going ahead and dropping jewels, knowledge and stuff to go ahead to uplift fallen humanity, and when we try to do this, I try to do this through love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And, then you had got your usual quote unquote nigger shit coming through. And I had to go ahead and go off camera and I had to check them guys and stuff. So today I said, let me just get up. I know I'm supposed to do it last night, but let me just get up this morning as to do this live stream right now. To go ahead and get it out the way. Because, like I said, first thing first, number one, I'm back. I'm wholly back. Sound, mind, body, and soul. Everybody know that wondering what happened, where I've been. I've been off the grid for what, 3 months now. Not really been off the grid, been off the YouTube grid for about 3 months. The thing was that I was. Let me just bring you up to date. That first of all, can anybody hear me? Can you guys hear me? Swerve, if you can hear me, type it in the chat room. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I haven't been in the hospital. Ah, okay. Chajoki can hear me. Okay, good. That I was in the hospital. Wait a minute. Do this the hard way. Yeah, that I was in, like I said, in the hospital because I had surgery done, and the hospital, like I said, which I'm not going to mention on here, they did a great job. They did an excellent job of taking care of me. And my place of business, they also did a great job too. So so I was laid up from there in 4 weeks there from late February all the way to mid March, and the rest of it was just home recuperating, home nurse and stuff like that. So thing was like this. It was surgery had to be done. So there was a pain I was carrying for like 2.5 years, nearly 3 years, and stuff like that. Black Reality, what's up, brother? What's going on? Oh, Swerve, the shirt. I ordered it from. You could go the brother Jamal, Jam Hall. He's got a YouTube channel called Jam Hall Flicks. A fellow Moorish brother. He got one. No, he makes the shirts. I think they're like 20. It's $25 each though, but it's good quality though. You know what I'm saying? You see the front right there where you got a part of North America, which majority of our people think it's the United States as a country, but this is part of us. But the thing is that everybody want to talk about going back to Africa and all this other stuff like that. You standing in Africa right here, West Africa, which is Morocco. Morocco is America. America is Morocco. They just interchange the change the vowels. Vowels are interchangeable. So therefore, like that, this is just a part of it. But it also includes what they call the Corporation of Canada and also Mexico, which is North America, entire North American continent. But I'm gonna just show you the back of it too. So show you the back of it. Say like that on the true American, which is actually that. You see the upper hand corner that this happens to be our true national flag. Not that Star Spangled Banner that they want to have everybody flying around and protest saying, "Oh, you got to stand up for the flag and all that shit," which ain't even a flag, it's a banner. And then you see all the other Americas. But when we talk about the Americas, we're talking about North, South, and Central America, as well as the adjoining Atlantis Islands, which y'all call the Caribbean. Okay? All American. All the Moors, too. Colombians, Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, Nicaraguans, Chileans, Brazilians, Argentinians, they all Muslims too. Moslem, Muslims, which is also stands for muscles, organs, skin, life, electricity, magnetism. So this is what you see, and I got the other shirt that he made. Hold on, let me get that one for you. Hold on. Oh, y'all can't see it, but I figured I would. What's word? Number one, like this. Now we good. Number one, more it happens to be the one legal status. Just bring that here. Bring that right there. Well, see, Moore happens to be the last legal status before we failed in 1774 because we violated our own laws and our birthright. And then on top of that, then you had the Roman Inquisitionists, the colonizers, you know, chop down the cherry tree, which happens to be our national flag, over 10,000 years old, and then turn around here and they label us the terms Negro, Black, and Colored, or NBC as I call it. Um, and then here we come with Afro American, Black American, and African American, and all that. But one thing you saying, Swerve, you're right. Yeah, they hate black people. You're not black. I'm not black. Nobody in this chat room is black. Black Reality TV, he's not black. Jokey's not black. Because see, black is not part of the human family. Neither is white. Because I'm because in law, like black and white aren't legal statuses. I mean, it doesn't aren't nationalities. I'm sorry. They're legal statuses. But before I continue on with this, I wanted to show you the other shirt that he has too. That I also got. Um, that's the other one right there. Skull said "Truth never dies," and it also got the back same logo right there. Rise to the Moors. Okay. I also got this one here too. This generated a lot of talk. We're not none of those misnomers. Now I ordered this one off of Amazon. It's like 19, 20 bucks. Five different colors: black, navy blue, cranberry, gray, purple, or something like that. But you could look on Amazon and look for it right there. You know, plain and simple. But yeah, but we're not black though. You know what I'm saying? All our people, all the quote unquote black people, look just look like me and you. We brown or dark brown. Plain and simple. You pick a, you. I'm saying, take a penny out your pocket and put it up against your skin, and you can see like that. You just as bronze as that penny. Remember when Brother Malcolm said at one time in a speech back during his NOI days, saying that number one, like this, when you're dealing with the Caucasian, the European, that shoot, I'm saying like that, they ain't got nothing on us. I'm saying our skin is made of gold. They're just an old pale thing, and he was right. Yeah, it's political title. In fact, black happens to be the lowest form on the social status of slave status, because see, they teach our babies in school and stuff, saying that their history began as being slaves, coming over here as slaves. Never said that the transatlantic slave trade never happened. It just didn't happen to the exaggeration as people make it out to be. Okay, a lot of our people is still indoctrinated in their subconscious of roots, because of roots. And Alex Haley, it's already been documented. It's been proven that he plagiarized that book, plagiarized the movie, 87 pages of it. You know, 87 pages of it. I know, Chijoki. I know. They, the thing is, some people get mad about that. I don't know what they get mad about it for. What? You know what I'm saying? Like this, if they do, people got to do their homework and they do the research. If you go through your studies and all that, you will realize, number one, that you find out that we've always have been indigenous here. We've always been indigenous in the Americas, prior and way um before that before that punk Christopher Columbus attemptedly discovered it, which he never did. You know, you read Ivan Van Sertima's book that came before Columbus. You know, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, peace be on to him. You know, plain and simple. You know, the thing about that, like, look, before I even joined the movement 10 years ago, like that, during my youth and all that, look, I was born right into the heels of the Black Power movement. Okay, Black Panthers, Bobby Seale, Huey Newton, those were my heroes coming up. Eldridge Cleaver, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Right, you're joking, right? You know, but some people, when you have conversations like that, and trust me, I know. And trust me, I know you're not gonna reach everybody. You may reach about maybe one or two people out of that group, maybe even three, and they'll start going ahead and thinking. Because it's just like Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, if I can get my people to start thinking for themselves, they can save themselves. Or if he said something in that verse, you know, stop thinking to the fact that you're not crayons, okay? You're not adjectives because black is an adjective, you know, and not a noun. Islam more, Islam Jeremy Bey, Islam more, black is not an adjective. I mean, it is an adjective. I'm sorry, and we know full well that we're nouns, proper nouns at that. Because I've been sitting back while I've been out. I've been sitting back and I've been watching. I've been seeing a lot of these YouTubers, people on social media in general. They coming on here bashing the Moors on this, bashing the Moors on that. Moors sold our people out. Moors sold our people into slavery. Moors are race traders. Da da da. This and that. And they take that and they go run with it. Now I'm not going to mention the YouTubers who recently said that because one of my subs, and thank you sister for bringing that to my attention, did a live stream with another YouTuber mentioning that. Said the Moors slept with white women and blah blah blah, blah this. And I look at it like this. This is one thing I never heard. I mean, yeah, that happened. The last part like this, look, people got to understand something. Back in during those times, everybody was humping around. So, what are you trying to say? Yeah, we're not 13 or 14% of the population, right? Black Reality TV, we're not. But see, these are statistics that the media wants to go ahead and throw out. And see, as long as we go ahead and keep insisting on clinging on to these misnomers here that scratched out on my shirt, Negro, colored, black, African American, and all that other stuff. And then someone say, oh, we want to represent 13% of the population. You go out there in the streets and you see who the majority is. And see, they're going to keep on using that because, see, you still keep on getting out there and calling yourself black. Guess what happens? You're basically property of the U.S. You fly under the 13th, 14th Amendment, basically saying that when you're talking about thinking that you're a U.S. citizen, when you say you're a U.S. citizen, that basically means that you pledge allegiance to the U.S., the United States, which is a corporation, not a country. Please, let's get that through our heads now, family. Let's get that through our heads now, Moors. That's why we're gonna say it like that. We happen to be the majority. We the indigenous ones, and see, and on top of that, because see, right now we living in the age of Aquarius. Now, I explained in the live stream I had last night, but I had too many interruptions, so I say I waited to Tuesday. Tuesday is my strongest day. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm a Scorpio with Aquarius rising, so therefore my favorite days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Understand this, that when you say that you claim to be black, That means black, you ain't got no standing in law. You're stateless. You're wards of the states. This is why you see these sanctioned murders that are going on by the policy enforcers and highwaymen, you know, that y'all call police officers and stuff, are happening constantly now among unarmed, um, among our people. Because see, guess what? They consider you chattel property. And this is why I say, like, when you try to get out here and tell it, like, look, proclaim your nationality, proclaim your birthright, then you're gonna understand that nationality is the order of the day, you know. But then it really kills me when your own people who fight you the hardest. I don't have that problem with the European. Even the Europeans sometimes even come in there and they drop the. I got you. I got you, Black Reality. Okay. Um, I'm. I. I think you got my current email address, right? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna let you know. All right. Appreciate it. You know, let me back on here and focus like this. Drop some jewels right here. Yeah, and see, like I said, we ain't got no, you don't have no standing in law. So therefore you stateless. And that's why they end up considering you wards of the state. That's why you end up having all this stuff that's happening to our people. Now shoot, now you go on YouTube right now, you hear brothers like, brothers, elders like Taj Tariq Bey talks about it. Sabir Bey talks about it. My brothers in Canaan land, which y'all want to call Canada because Canada is a corporation. Cujo Atwell Ill, the Canaanland Moors. They got a YouTube channel here. They be dropping it as well. Also, Jamal Flicks, where I bought the shirts from. That's who I bought the shirts from. I converse with him and stuff like that. He's up in Nagasaki, which is the true name for the Corporation of Rhode Island. Because remember, a lot of these cities and corporations, like here, I'm in Miami. Okay, Miami is a corporation. You know, it's a corporation that where I domicile at in the territory of Florida, in the Florida Republic. So that's another thing when it comes down to that. Because all these are corporations, these municipalities and everything like that. But here's the thing. All the people, all the YouTubers that want to get out here and blame the Moors for this and Moors for that, ask me something. Tell me something. And I'm going to go at the guys who want to talk about RBG, all the RBG, the Pan-Africanist dudes and all this other jokers who be wanting debates and all that. When it come down to it, who the only ones that are standing up against the Europeans when it comes into the courtrooms? Who the only ones who banging against the Vatican? We don't banging against the Vatican. Who's the only ones that's banging? Um, banging against the Jesuits. I mean, go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead. I'll wait. Because a lot of these cats who get out here and bang against the Moors and all this stuff, oh, he making it Indians versus Moors? Yeah. See, and first of all, number one, we're not Indians either because this isn't India. Okay? Another code word they try to use to try to suppress this information and stuff. You know? And see, and here's the thing, in the past, as well as current, Taj Tariq Bey done been on Sonetta's platform and told him right there, told him right there in his face. You know, that's Sonetta. I'm just gonna mention this one time. He's supposed to be a journalist, right? Okay, it would be in his best interest. It would be in his best interest to go ahead and start playing games with people and tell the truth of exactly what it is. And what is he does? He goes ahead and start playing games. You know, just to get some fiat currency. because Nationality told him a long time ago, told him a while back on his own platform that when it come down to it, ain't nobody isn't coming to go ahead and help black people. Nobody ain't coming to help black people. Period. So, you guys get out there and go say the black power and all this other stuff all you want, or go and protest in the streets saying Black Lives Matter and all that. But you still getting out here considering yourself an adjective because see, in the community, in the so-called conscious community, see, you got a lot of these COINTELPRO agents or agent Smiths, I call them, that's going into our communities, going into the hoods and all that stuff, and want to go ahead and cause confusion, distraction, and spread misinformation to keep our people down and suppressed from going ahead and say, nah, brother, you ain't no more, you're black. You're black, plain and simple. Look at your skin, blah, 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 this and that. Well, Belizean, they're Moors too. Yeah. Well, Black reality, they're not white either. We got to stop calling them white, you know, because we got to stop calling them white. Just like we got to stop calling ourselves black, we got to stop calling them white. Caucasian or European, that's there too. What about Nigeria? Well, see, that's our brothers. Those are brothers too. Those are brothers and sisters too, because it doesn't matter. Nigerian, that's your nationality. But guess what? They're Moors as well. They're Moors as well. You know, I mean, say like that. The brothers and sisters over there in Africa, they know what's up. Even the brothers and sisters over in the Kingdom of Morocco, which was established in 1956, by the way, before anybody gets out here talking about saying, oh, that's the flag of Morocco. This ain't over here and all that. This is the El Morocco flag here, Moroccan flag. They know what's up. Because after all, you done heard Barack Obama at the time said that, and Hillary Clinton even said at the time when she was Secretary of State, that the first country to recognize our nation was Morocco. And they know they're standing right here on this land. That's because you always see this flag first, and then you see the stars and stripes, the Star Spangled Banner next after it. Because guess what? That's their treaty, their banner, because every corporation has a banner. I know how you feel, but I'm gonna get to some things. I got my thing too with Obama, but he has done some things that was spot on. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Because that's their thing, their banner for them to operate and do business on our land, plain and simple. See, like with Obama, before he left, he eradicated the term Negro from being used. Same thing he did with Oriental, because he said ain't no need for it. Because keep in mind, Barack Obama was a constitutional law professor at Harvard. So guess what? He knows the Constitution. And when I say the Constitution, I mean the Constitution. This is the true Constitution here, the organic one. The Constitution for, keep in mind, for the United States of America, North Continent. Now you can get the one in the United States too, because the original one it's made up of 7 articles, 10 amendments. And look at the sister right there. That's the true Lady Justice right there. You know what I'm saying? I had this printed out. Y'all can go to RV-Bey Publications and get that. And I got some books there too from RV-Bey Publications. I got more on the way. You know, plain and simple. That's their thing. That banner represents the stars and stripes. That I don't know about all that about him, about his sexual preference. I mean, we're not here for that. If he was, that's his business. I don't care. I mean, that's as long as it's not toward me. You know. Okay, plain and simple. And on top of that, in 2010, when he was there, he also signed two. He also signed two. He also signed to the rights of the federal rights of the indigenous peoples. The federal rights of indigenous people. I think I got that. I got that right there, courtesy of Auburn Bay Publications. You know what I'm saying? This the one that he signed right there. And one of the things he said, Article 16, he said every individual has a right to nationality. Let me see if I can find it. Everybody has a right to nationality. Nationality is the order of the day. Think Tank, what's good, baby? Yes, I'm back. I'm back in full sound, body, mind, and soul, man. Sound, body, mind, and soul. Yeah, I'm good. So like I said, fully, completely healed. So everything went through with success. So like I said, so I'm just bringing everybody up to date. You know what I'm saying? Had surgery done. Doctors took care and all this stuff. So just like this. Let's go ahead before I get on like this. We're gonna talk about not just this, but about law, about government, and basically how we need to go ahead and move and all this stuff like that. Because the only thing, like Prophet Noble Drew Ali had said when he came in 1913 and he reclaimed our nationality, our birthright, and stuff like that. He went in the vault when he challenged then President Woodrow Wilson, got and grabbed back our flag, grabbed back our birthrights, our nationality, and told them like people, why you saying our people? You saying our people are Negroes, blacks, and colors when they know full well that they're Moors. Know what Woodrow Wilson told Noble Drew Ali? He said your people didn't know who they didn't know no better, didn't know who they were. So we decided to label them that. And see, when they start calling us black, and we start accepting it, see that's when they brought in the Negro codes in, the Christian black codes of 1724, which they still use to this day. The Jim Crow laws came in, all this stuff, and then that's when you had the enslavement of our people here. You know, that plain and simple. But thanks to people like Frederick Douglass, who some people in the other communities say that Frederick Douglass was slept with white women and all this stuff. He wasn't for us and all this and all that. You know that certain somebody said they claimed that he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass, but yet though he said he doesn't he doesn't say that he's no more. Whether you black or not, it's already black reality. It's already been here. It's still here, and people are still sleeping on it. But see, this is the thing I'm trying to tell you like this. You know, proclaim your nationality and your birthright, plain and simple. Because see, like I said, like you heard me say earlier, black has no standing in law. But back on there with Frederick Douglass, this individual say that you don't believe in no more, you don't believe in freeing yourself through paperwork. But you're a descendant of Frederick Douglass. And Frederick Douglass, he freed himself through paperwork. Now, whether he went on here, yeah, after his first wife, second wife happened to be a European woman, that's his business. I'm not trying to amalgamate with none of them, to be honest with you. because it says so right there in the Circle 7. Like, man, look, we ain't trying to amalgamate with the pale nations, their religion, their belief systems, none of that. So we stick to our own, go back to our own thing. But yeah, this is exactly what's happening. And you can also throw in the King Alfred plan in there too. That's in full effect. People don't think it's not. It is. You know, Rex 84. You know, Silent Wars, Shadow Wars. You know what I'm saying? I would get on deep into that, but man, I had to put that one down when I was reading it because that was some real dark stuff in there, man. I'm telling you. It comes down to the King Alfred plan. When it comes down to that. But the point of the matter is, let me just get back to that because I wanted to also jump on some current events. That's basically what I'm talking about because you gotta. But I just want to go ahead and stick with the history because history and law go hand in hand together. Because, like I said, that we're not black under law. We're really the white. We're really white, and it ain't got nothing to do with complexion. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with complexion. We're really white because the European they're black under legal status. But the thing is, they flipped it on us politically, and then next thing you know, have us thinking that we're black and they're white, because European don't want to be called European either. But that's who they are, because you want to know why? Because Europe was one time known as Europa. Europa is named after a Moorish princess. Yes, Moors ran all over Europe too. You know, when we came up into Portugal, we came up into Spain and Italy during the dark times where you had these troglodytes sleeping in barns and all that and sleeping on feces of the animals and all this other stuff like that. Moors were the ones who came in there, told them, Chijoki, we are global people. Moors, we civilized the world. We the ones who went in there, taught them like, look, man, you need to season your food. How many times we don't do, you don't hear cats recently talk about, it was a joke, about, no, I don't tell the European woman, I don't want your potato salad over here and all this other stuff. Taught them how to season their food, taught them science, taught them mathematics, personal hygiene, basic, introducing them to soap and stuff, tell them how to wash their ass and all that stuff, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something like this too. Moors were also the original pimps. I'm gonna let that hang in the air and let y'all guys roll with that on y'all imagination. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and run with that with y'all imagination when y'all hear me say that. That the Moors were the original pimps. Because keep in mind, when it came down to slavery, see, the slavery thing happened because, see, we the ones started that. Santee, what's up, baby? Hey, I've been watching your stuff, man. It's some good stuff, man. Boy, look at here. Shoot, got Black Reality TV here, Chijoki, Swerve, Think Tank. Oh, all the OGs are here. Oh man, this is gonna be good, man. I'm trying to see if we get some of the sisters up in the chat room too, but that's all right. I got a few more troll snipers in here, so they want to bring their little nasty asses in here. But think about that. Think about that, Moors up in here, man. What I just said, what I just last said. Oh, they sleep or at work. Hey, I ain't got no problem with that though. Think about what that last thing I just said. That Moors, that we also were the original pimps. But I'm not saying that as sarcastically. I'm just saying that as a metaphor, because when it comes to slavery, guess what? We were the ones enslaving the Europeans, because European is the original slaves, the Slavics. That's what Slavs. That's where the word slave come from, the Slavics. Okay, and the reason why we wanted to keep them enslaved because the European was never civilized. Look what you got going on right now today. They still ain't civilized today. and that's why under legal status is why they consider black. You know what I'm saying? They the true niggas, not us. If you really want to go ahead and go that way, I'm saying like that. But once again, like I tell anybody who want to disagree with me, I'm not even gonna argue with you or whatever like that. You know, don't believe me. Research it. Research it yourself. Just go ahead and research it yourself, man. You know, because motherfucker, we had the European women in servitude. How many you see pictures? You probably see pictures of Moors having European women in harems and stuff like that, and being sold off to other wealthy Moors as commodities. Yeah. So, that's why I say, like, when it comes down to the pimping and macking, you looking at the original pimp. You're looking at the original Mac. What are Moors? Plain and simple. Now, if you really want to go ahead and you want to talk about um, something like that, but one of the reasons why we fail is not just the fact of the matter that we went down, decided to go ahead and lay down. No, they don't. They don't. You joking? They don't like researching nothing. See, they go by what the media say, and like I said, the media, which is acronym for Maniac European Devils in Action, that sort of thing like that. But don't get it twisted either, because it's also that same media that they also screw over Europeans too, who are few Europeans who are also suffering under this de facto system, under the system of de facto government. So I'm saying like this, so don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind, because when you're dealing with dealing more side, this is a divine and national movement, and we want to tend to keep it that way. And that's what Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he wants to go ahead and keep it that way as well. You know what I'm saying? Honors go to the Prophet, man, because Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he one that brought it back for us. Before I even got into it, like I said, I was all Black Panther, Black Power, um, saying RBG, you name it, Pan Africanist. Shoot, I was this close to going ahead and joining the NOI back during the '90s and early 2000s, early 2000s. Saying like that, so I'm saying when I say RBG, I still got the ink right there. You can't see it, but But when I got into this, as further studies and met few brothers and stuff like that, yeah, I said, this is where it's at. This is right here where it's at. Black reality, you right, bro. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Yeah, so I'm going to add on to that too. What Noble Drew Ali has said. He said, Moors, be careful. If you're not, because if you're not careful, some of us who wear fezzes and turbans, yeah, some of them who not wearing fezzes and turbans will mess around and put you right back into slavery, you know. And you got to be real careful. And yeah, you even got some dirty Moors too that's out there, you know, not doing what they supposed to do. They say they honor the prophet, they honor the prophet Noble Drew Ali. They talk about saying they honor the five principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and all that. But they around here doing some foul stuff, you know. So stuff like that. And again, I'm not gonna mention no names because those individuals, they know who they are, and like I say, they will be exposed very very. They expose themselves all the time, very very shortly. But when it comes down to law, because like I say, our history and the law come hand in hand on we should call ourselves, why we should not call ourselves black. Why we should not call ourselves African American, because African American got no standing in law either. You can't be from two continents. It don't make no sense. Exactly, Swerve. Like that individual. Yeah, no doubt. They're COINTELPRO, man. They're COINTELPRO. I call them Agent Smiths. You know what I'm saying? They getting compensated for going ahead and causing distractions among our people and confusion and keeping the information suppressed. It's no different than it is with a lot of these Negro preachers that you got in our communities too. You walk around your community and you'll see like a church on every corner, like a quarter mile from each other. Yeah, but actually, Swerve, the term African American also came about too in 1835. That's where it originally came from. As I when it did was doing coming across while I was studying, it came across in 1835. Jesse Jackson, same man responsible for setting up the murder of our brother Martin Luther King, and who's also Boule as well, popularized it in 1988, saying like, "Yeah, we are now African Americans." I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at like it didn't make no sense, you know. But then everybody, like most of our people do, they'll listen to the so-called Prince in the house. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad Prince GMO. I'm glad he here. You know, I gotta have one of my Chicago brethrens in here, man. You know, because like with Jesse Jackson, let me tell you something. You know, that's why I said I don't feel bad about see what's happening to him now. Yeah, he's suffering from illness and stuff like that. hmm Because you know him along with Al Sharpton, both of them they sold our people out and stuff like that. Jesse Jackson is no different either. And I'm gonna take it back to around the 70s and stuff like that, which I came up in the 70s and stuff. Now, if you from Chicago, I'm pretty sure that you know um about Chief Malik Ill. Well, at the time he was known as Jeff Fort, you know, the Blackstone Rangers, who was out during late early 1960s and stuff like that on the south side of Chicago, you know, that people wanted to depict them as a gang and so on and so forth. Now, Jeff Ford, who basically formed the Rangers along with Eugene Hairston, who they nicknamed Bull, you know, yeah, he's never had none. But here's the one thing that Jesse Jackson lied about, saying that he helped convert Jeff Ford to becoming a Christian. Total lie. Total lie. And it's just not Jesse Jackson. I'm gonna get on about when it come down to our brother Chief Malik, you know. But the thing is, like during those times, the Blackstone Rangers were like them boys were the thing. Them cats were the illest back then, and I knew about them came coming up. And I'm not even from Chicago, and we knew about them here. And they was one of the first ones, well, right after the Vice Lords, to get like a grant from a government so that way they could start a government startup program and stuff. Because one thing the Stones were doing, they were protecting the neighborhood, protecting the communities, protecting the women and children. That was the focus on it then. But you know, like we all know about what happened when Jeff Ford had to go before the Senate committee about mismanagement of funds and stuff, and he had to did a bit when he was there. But when Jeff Ford came out, he went in like this. He was like a little skinny little something. He came back out. He came back out. Not only built himself up physically, but also built himself up. He got um, into Islam, and like after they were named the Black Stone Rangers, and then during the '70s it was the Black Peace Stone Nation, which was like smaller little cliques linked together to form under one pyramid, them being the top, and they had heads of them cliques being the governing body. Jeff Ford came back out, and he was attempting to join the Moorish Science Temple. He didn't, so he started his own, which was basically called the Il-Rukns. And people can say what they want to say about that, but the Il-Rukns were Moors too. But here's another person that also responsible for lying on them too as well. That Savior's Day in Chicago. That when Farrakhan was talking with Gaddafi during via satellite. I'm not Shannon Sharp. But Shannon Sharp, I'm sure. And he basically set them up. Jeff Chief Malik right now, that's now. But before then, they also had a lot of power too. And also in the political field as well. A lot of people don't even know that. Because I'm gonna tell you how serious it was. Because when you had the FBI, um, you had the what I was gonna say, when you had Gay Edgar Hoover and the FBI, the COINTELPRO thing, how they was writing letters, thinking that trying to start a beef between the Stones and the Black Panther Party chapter in Chicago, led by Fred Hampton. Peace on be on to him. We glad that it never really happened between Fred Hampton and Jeff Ford. And like I said, when I read it and I researched, I said like I knew what's gonna happen because I'm very heavy in astrology. Fred Hampton's a Virgo and Jeff Ford's a Pisces, so therefore they're opposites of each other. But when Fred Hampton got murdered, which was sanctioned by the FBI, and they used the Chicago policy enforcers to go ahead and murder that man because uh, Fred Hampton, his drink was spiked by a sellout and agent, Ryan Clark. The sellout and the agent. I did a video a while back on that. You can look on there for that. He set them up, and they came in there 1 o'clock in the morning and shot him up dead right there. But his son survived though. His firstborn survived. And at Fred Hampton's funeral, and I'm quoting what Illinois representative that sits up in Congress now, Bobby Rush, who was there at that time, said that at his funeral, Jeff Ford came rolling through there, and he had maybe 100 stones with him, rangers with him, and all of them passed by Fred Hampton's casket and in silence, because Jeff Ford ordered them not to say anything and just say their piece, in silence. And that was powerful. That was powerful. Bobby Rush even said himself that even I, as a black man, I even had to stand up and all that. That's just how much respect Jeff Ford had for Fred Hampton. No, Black reality. The first thing first, we gotta study. We gotta study. We gotta know who we are first. We gotta go ahead and we got to shed these misnomers. We gotta shed these brands. Okay, we got to shed these brands that I got scratched out. We gotta shed them. Number one. Okay, plain and simple. Even before he died, I'm gonna go current right now. I'm gonna deal with the Stones. Even before he died, one of y'all hero, one of the heroes, my hero too, one of the mentors, one of the great master teachers, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, before he transcended, even he said that he was a Moor. Same thing with John Henry Clark, same thing with Dr. Ben Yakanan. Dr. John Henry Clark, he knew we were Moors because you heard me have a video where he spoke on nationality. That you have to have a nationality, saying stupid things like Negro, black, and colored. You know, hold on one second. I'm gonna bring it up for y'all right now. We are a nation. Within a nation in this country, searching for a nationality. And once we find our nationality and serve that nationality, we'll do for ourselves what needs to be done. All ethnic groups in this country understand they got a nationality. Because you answer just such stupid words like Negro and color and black. You have no nationality. Negro is not a nationality. Some invade Portuguese or Spanish to imagine made a noun out. Color is not a nationality. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are. Right. The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. And anytime you call a people by their right name, anytime you call a people, name a people, and fail to relate them back to land, history, and culture, you have called them out of their name. There's no black man or black hole. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it relates to a country. The name of every people in the world relate to country. And once you think instantaneous of land, you think of nationality. You belong to some being in the world. Now that was John Henry Clark. Even he said that we had to have a nationality. Saying those brands and stuff like that given to us by black, Negro, colored, black American, all that like this. Hit the like button. Oh, you're talking about on the video. Yeah, I've been did that. I've been did that. Yeah, I've been did that. But at the same time, like I said, even Khalid Muhammad, even he said, I'm gonna play that one. So I'm gonna tell you how serious it is. Like this, because you got some of our people that get out here and want to get saying that our history began over here as slaves and we from Africa and all that. All us saying come over here on slave ships. Like reality, you know what I'm talking about. Nah, Chijoki, no, they're not even real Jews because them same jokers are Akhenazis and Khazarians. They've been kicked out of every other country across every other continent across the globe, and then they settle over there in the Northeast Africa, which they want to call the so-called Middle East, and stole land from my brothers and sisters in Palestine. That's why you got the conflicts going on over there now. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Anyway, so my thing is when it comes down to that, because see, I see a lot of the YouTubers that have been on here and some of these quote unquote fake armchair revolutionaries. You want to talk about freedom, you want to talk about liberation of our people and all that. Okay, you want to talk about freedom, you want to talk about liberation. Okay, claim your nationality, claim your true nationality. You're not Negroes, you're not black, you're not colored, you're not black American, you're not Afro American, you're not African American. Okay, not Hispanic, not Latino, not Indian. Okay, we're Moors, Moorish Americans. That we've been here prior to slavery. We've been here prior to European encroachment. Okay, we are the true Americans. We're not U.S. citizens. Plain and simple. You even have some Europeans out there that's basically dropping jewels and telling you in your face. Because Noble Drew Ali said that I'm gonna make the European tell the truth, and sure enough, you're seeing the truth coming out right now. Because we're in the age of Aquarius. Okay, the age of Pisces, which was age of illusions and dreams, that's over. This is the age of reality. This is the age of justice. And see, whether you want to admit it or not, and you heard me say this before, Donald John Trump, aka the Joker, aka Agent Orange, aka the Great Pumpkin, I got several names for him, is probably the best thing that ever happened to so-called black people. See, now you're being forced to go ahead. You got to up your game. Now you got to be forced to up your game. Because what Trump doing, seeing this is why a few people, because a lot of people don't realize there's been a lot of assassinations attempts on his life and stuff like that. Because he's pulled back the veil, just like what the prophet did over 150 years ago. Pulling back the veil and he exposing the stuff for what it truly is. Because people got to understand, Trump went to a prestigious military academy. He ain't dumb. He ain't no dummy. Trust me. He acts like a dummy on the camera. He do some stupid stuff, but he knows exactly what's going on because he know what's up. I mean, like, look. I'm gonna tell you why I seen this with Trump. I'm gonna just be brief. Remember when I said earlier that Obama eradicated the word Negro out of existence? Okay, when Trump got inaugurated last year as president, came February, so-called Black History Month. He's on that day, February 1st, he decided to change it from Black History Month, took black out of there. No existence, gone. And he put in there National African American History Month. Now, y'all don't heard me say like when African American, that's not a nationality. But the point of the matter is, if Obama eradicated the word Negro, and Trump got rid of the term black and changed it, what he's doing, he's giving you a window. Same thing what Obama was doing. People say, I got my issues there with Obama, but at the same time, Obama got rid of the word, eradicated the word Negro. 2010, he signed the act, the Declaration for the Rights of the Indigenous Peoples. And even Michelle was even trying to put y'all up on game. But we were still, a lot of our people were still in this dream saying that, oh, you know, we got a quote unquote black president. And that man told you back in 2008 that he's not black, that he's Kenyan. Did he not say that? I'm pretty sure he said that on the Tom Joyner show. I'm pretty sure he said that. Right, Chajoki. You know, our people, no, when it comes to injustice, that's what they want to do. No justice, no peace. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives don't matter. Trust me when I tell you this. Black lives don't matter because black, you calling yourself black, you also, you know what I'm saying, in law, that you dead in the eyes of the law. You civil latir motus, meaning you civilly dead. You know what I'm saying? Go look it up right here. Black's Law Dictionary, it's 4th edition. Okay? This should be in every brothers and sisters household. Because like I told y'all, like I said before, history and law go hand in hand like a fingernail to a finger. Or a finger to a hand. Now, let's look up civil latir motus. I'm going to give you the real definition of this. I know I got to explain it. Okay, civil latir motus. There it is right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm Chijoki, you could go on Amazon or eBay and you can find it right. You can find a Black's Law Dictionary right there. Make sure you get the 4th edition. If you see a 5th edition, get that one too. Anything after the 5th edition is no good. That's watered down. You want to get the previous ones. Shoot, I'm already in the process of getting a 3rd edition. Yeah, because I'm saying like that because we got to be on this law stuff, man. You know, fuck a lawyer. Okay, lawyers ain't nothing but bounty hunters with suits and ties on, and they're officers of the court to protect the interests of the court, not you. And I'm gonna talk about that too. Why, regarding Bill Cosby, regarding Colin Kaepernick and stuff. Civil latir motus, civilly dead, dead in the view of the law. The condition of one who has lost his civil rights and capacities and is accounted dead in law. Let me read that again. Civilly dead, dead in the view of the law. The condition of one who has lost his civil rights and capacities and is accounted dead in law. Now, you calling yourself black. Ask yourself this. You know, y'all out here talking about saying, listening to these BS leaders like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and yeah, I'm gonna even say this for a time being too. Louis Farrakhan and a lot of these other Negro preachers. Oh yeah, Prince, yeah. And that brother had every right to slap his lawyer. Because like I said, you look at that lawyer, That lawyer, remember, this is what I say, people. When you go in the courtroom, see that you talking about saying you gonna lawyer up and all that. Yeah, you still defended by yourself because the lawyer is an officer of the court. Here's I'm saying like that, and them lawyers have to be members of the bar association. Now, the other certain somebody that's supposed to be pants saying that he African, talking about going to law school and want to have raise, want asking for donations, raise money for him to go to law school. With all the time that he's been around the one people who knows the law, us Moors. But yeah, that one brother, what you saying, Prince? Yeah, he should have every right because that lawyer, his obligation is to the court, not to the client. This is why so many brothers are getting caught up. They're getting their heads chopped off when they go in these courtrooms, which ain't nothing but a Masonic lodge. And that judge, that magistrate sitting up on the bench is a Mason. Okay? And that lawyer ain't nothing but a part of the bar association. Trust me, that defense attorney, we don't see a lot of these shows. Whether it's Law and Order, whether it's Chicago PD, whether it's, whatever. They always at the end of the little thing like that. Yeah, Freemasons, I'm going to jump on that too. Because like I said, because when you know the law like that, but see, the thing is about it, you step in that courtroom, you got to be in your proper persona. Now, I tip my fares to Wesley Snipes for having the courage to go in there and stand on his square. But here's the one thing: what happened with Wesley Snipes and stuff? Wesley Snipes wasn't in his proper persona. Now, what is improper persona? Let me grab the Black's Law Dictionary again. Hold on one second. Right. Immemorial. For life. Improper persona. Look at that right there. See if y'all can get it. Improper persona. Meaning in one's own proper person. And that's what happened. That's why Wesley Snipes ended up doing them three years in prison for the tax evasion, because he wasn't in his proper person. But he know the knowledge though. But like I say, I tip my fares to anybody who at least attempt to have the courage to go in there and stand on their square and go before the judges, the magistrates, and stuff like that. Because we got to, because I'm saying, like, once you declare your nationality and proclaim your nationality and birthrights, you're going to see how things going to be different. People want to talk about saying, want to blame the Moors for this, blame the Moors for that. Well, like I say, we the only ones that's standing up. We the only ones that's really out here going up in these courtrooms, going ahead and facing down these magistrates, these illegal alien squatters, because European is a foreigner over here operating on our lands under the Star Spangled Banner, which is a banner of amity and commerce, under the de facto government, which is what you're seeing right now, and we bringing it back to a de jure government, which is really supposed to be, just so they can go ahead and siphon out fiat currency, you know. But see, too many of the brothers that want to be on social media, they want to talk about going ahead, getting money and all that stuff. But I don't see them talking about getting no gold or getting no silver. Instead, they want to try to get out here and want to try to get this. Okay? What it say right there on the top? Federal Reserve note. Fiat currency. Ain't even worth the paper it's printed on. And you look right there on the back. They always, this U.S. always operating under this. Always operating under that. But they refuse to operate under this. And this ain't even the original Great Seal of the Moorish nation. Okay? Because, see, number one, because the top of the pyramid is separated from the rest. When you just look at the original one, it's like that. I see I only got like one person in the chat room. I guess they probably going back to work or something like that. I don't know what's going on. Not even the real, this ain't even real money. Because according to the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Paragraph 1, gold and silver is a tender in payment. So here's something that you need to do. You need to be trying to invest these notes and looking into gold and looking into silver. So we got an interesting comment about school and how indoctrinates everyone in prison. Say what you want to say about Jaden Smith. I watched that interview, Prince. I watched it, and I'm like, whoa, exactly. That's what's up. Of course, that's what the public schools are doing. Think about it. You know, when we went to school, weren't the hallways long? Bells, telling people, oh, when to go to lunch or when to go to class, clear the hallways, that sort of thing. Being exchanged and handed over by authority figures, recess, yard time, etc. Yeah, that's why they call it the school of prison pipelines. They already indoctrinate our babies and stuff into going ahead and being set up to being nothing but chattel property in the prison industry complex. No, Prince, no. Diamonds aren't even worth much. Silver and gold, man. That's what it came like that. It says it right there in the Constitution. Article 1, Section 10, Paragraph 1. Yeah. Let you read it right there. Section 10, right there. That no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letter of marque and reprisals, coin money, emit bills of credit, making anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debt, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligations of contract, or grant any title of nobility. So, you know, no state shall, without the consent of the Congress, lay any imposts or duties or imports or exports, except what may be absolutely necessary for executing its inspection laws, and the net produce all duties and imposts laid by any state on imports or exports shall be for the use of the Treasury of the United States, and all such laws shall be subject to the revision and control of the Congress. So gold and silver is what's up, not diamonds. And right now, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these rappers and a lot of these athletes who like to have their little jewels and bling encrusted, they feeling pretty stupid right now, aren't they? Yeah, you paid 3 grand for it, and how much it came back to? Only $500. See, $500. But they say diamonds are forever. See, once again, European gets out there and they go ahead and use stuff to trick you with. You get out there and use stuff to go ahead and trick you with. You know, going over to Sierra Leone, killing, murdering our people, and stuff like that, so they can get diamonds and then bring it over here. Then you got stupid ass rappers like Lil Wayne, Drake, um, recently released Meek Mills, Gucci Mane, Jeezy, Jay Z, and all them. Future, Yo Gotti, DJ Khaled. Well, I don't even know why I even mentioned them. Um, had his stuff iced out, and they go ahead and push this foolishness onto our babies and stuff, thinking that's what's valued. Diamonds ain't valued, man. Gold and silver is. Me personally, I cherish silver a whole lot. Silver and gold, that's where you want to be at right there. Because think about it. You ever seen the movie John Wick with Keanu Reeves? When he got through doing that work, or he need his cleaner. What did he pay his cleaner with? He didn't use fiat currency. He didn't use this. He sure as hell didn't use this. Not no paper shit. Not a Federal Reserve note. You know, he paid his cleaner in gold coins, bullions at that. Because gold is very much a value. Look on the stock market right now. Look on the stock market right now. So when you see these guys that be in the clubs and all that, want to go ahead and make it rain and all this other stuff like that, looking like fools. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You need, unfortunately, this is forced upon us, and you need it in order to go ahead and maintain why we on this plane. What I'm saying is like this: we need to try to focus on trying to invest in the gold, try to buy some gold, try to buy some silver. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's back there, because this here ain't got no backing. Because I'm saying, if I'm lying about that, why do you think Europe is liquidating right now? Because our people got to start looking at this and stuff, because our biggest plight in our community happens to be economics. And in order to understand economics, you also got to understand, you have to first thing understand nationality, and then you got to understand law and government, and how this de facto government, how they operate. You know, shoot, me personally, like I've been since I've been home and been back normal and stuff like that. I've been seeing myself going. Like I said, I've been like going ahead and visiting. We got a law library here in downtown Miami, and that's normally where I'll be at. Nick Cannon knows what's up. People getting out here want to make fun of Nick Cannon because because he's got the turban on and all this stuff like that. But no, Nick Cannon knows what's up. He's a Moor too. He knows about this. Trust me. You'll be surprised who knows what. And even before Nick Cannon, Tommy Davidson too. He know about the Moors. Trust me. Shoot. Our biggest thing we need to be trying to focus on, not just gold and silver, but allodial estate, land. You know what I'm saying? Forget dollars. Because, like, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. The dollar, the paper dollar, the Federal Reserve note, this here is decreasing on a daily. Malcolm said this 50, Brother Haj Malik El Shabazz, Malcolm X to y'all, said that 50 plus years ago. The dollar is depreciating every day. And I'm going to tell you something like this. You don't think Donald Trump knows that? That's why he pulled out of the Paris Agreement. He pulled out of that. And it's only going to be a matter of time. Now, watch, you're going to hear me say this, and I'm just repeating what my brother Asir Dukatir say, Islam to him, Islam to Asir. Shout out, brother, if you get this video. Shoot, he's gonna end up pulling the U.S. out of the UN. Watch. He's gonna end up doing that. Watch what I tell you. Yeah, he a clown. Ain't no doubt about that. And the stuff he does make me laugh. Still can't forget about what he did at the G5 stomach, how he pushed that other heads of state aside and then flexed on them and all that. I died laughing when I watched that shit. You know. But the man ain't stupid. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And you got, like I said before, the United States is a corporation. It's not a country. In order to have somebody run a corporation, corporations have presidents. Corporations don't have geographical landmass. Corporations are not law and government. You know what I'm saying? And see, like this, and Trump, him being a businessman, who else you gonna put up in there like that? Because the thing we got to do is like, look, we should have been doing this. Do you got your personal finances straight? If you got a business owner, you got a business straight. You know, your business is straight. Are your books all correct? People got to start going ahead and start looking at this. Chijoki, yeah, of course he's being told what to do, but be honest with you, he kind of doing what he don't want to do either. You know, he doing what the hell he want to do. Because like I said before earlier, it's been several assassination attempts on his life, and he's only been in there for over a year now, a year and a half, as being president. So that's another thing. People gotta look at that too, man. You know, stop thinking with your, thinking with emotion. We know that, the man ain't, thinking he's out to lunch or whatever. That's what they want to have you think. But he basically trying to bring the country out of de facto government, which this country is not a democracy, because remember, you don't see democracy nowhere in the Constitution, and trying to bring it back into a republic. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. You know, because see, you got all the Caucasians right now running out of control, but look what's happening to them. You know, nationality is the order of the day. And Black Reality, I got something for you, brother. I promised I said I was gonna do this, but I just want you to hear it from them. Today, we're dealing with the science of the Moors. Who are the Moors? This is one of the most difficult of historical questions, and in fact, this is the most neglected chapter in Black history. Muslim, you're Muslim, Khalid?
I'm a Moor. Islam.
Islam.
I'm a Moor. You got sense enough to know him. And ain't gonna never argue with you that I'm not a Moor. And wouldn't come in your house or come among you and say I'm a Moor if I didn't feel in my heart, in my mind, in my soul that I am. So, God damn it, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, you saw it. But this is for everybody else. Right, Prince. If anything Obama taught us is that about.
You're Muslim, yes. But I know my roots. And I ain't come to kingdom. Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Huh?
And shout out to Mad
Prophet
Black
Noble
Man.
Drew Ali taught us about the caving. And he taught us that we are the Asiatic people. Master Farad Muhammad, coming behind that, strongly, taught it to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that we are the Asiatics. We have people now that want to fight us, attack us. So you mean you become so degenerate and so sick until you will call yourself an Asiatic instead of an African? Well, I use African just for communication. But our lessons ask the question, why? Why what? One of my 5%ers that's in the Panther Party. Why what? Why does the devil call us Africans? It goes on to say. Let's look at it, brothers and sisters. Brother Henry touched on it last night. Do you know that one time the whole earth was called Asia? North Asia, South Asia, East Asia, West Asia. When we say Asiatic, we're not talking about a little continent.
Right.
We're not stuck on some little so-called Arabs riding some camels. And so we so stuck on them, we just got stuck on stupid. And we started saying Asiatic.
Me too, Prince.
We're not talking about a continent. We're talking about when the land mass of what is called planet Earth was different. Huh? Right. Even Saudi Arabia. Let's cover another point here before we finish Asiatic. Saudi Arabia, Israel, Mecca, Medina, all of that is in what is called Africa today. Egypt. Look at Egypt on the map, and the white man want to tell you it's not in Africa. It's in the Middle East. There is no Middle East. No Middle East. Absolutely not. The Middle East is nothing but a man-made ditch separated from the mainland of Africa by what is called the Suez Canal. All of it is northeast, what is called Africa today. All of it. Look at it for what it's worth, brothers and sisters. But at one time, the whole planet, look at South America and what is called Africa today. Cut them out and you can fit them together like a puzzle piece. The planet Earth was different, as it is called today. It had a different land mass. We're called Asiatics, again, not because of a continent, because at one time the whole planet was called Asia.
Yep.
You just want to claim a spot for the whole thing. Africa is not our home. Let me let that hang in the atmosphere for a while. I said at this gathering of the masters, Africa is not your home.
Now, I hope a lot of these Pan-Africanist guys, RBG guys, be paying attention to this.
And from that throne, we ruled our home, which is 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth, and 76 quintillion miles throughout the distance of the diameter and the sphere of light of the diameter of the universe.
Yeah, but I just want to touch on something too, like what Kanye was saying. I totally agree with what Kanye was saying when he made a reference to slavery. See, people, once again, emotional. I've seen it all on Facebook. I've seen it all across Twitter, seen it across Instagram. Kanye's a coon. Kanye's a shines. Kanye's a sellout. What Kanye said was wrong. I mean, what did Kanye say was wrong? Yeah, he simply said that people would pay attention. Kanye West simply said, and I'm gonna touch on that for a second, because whether you want to know it or not, Kanye West was talking more science when he was over there at TMZ. You know that Kanye is absolutely right. You know, when it comes down to slavery, you know what I'm saying? Said 400 years, supposedly 400 years, and I'm gonna break that down too. Um, They're supposed to be slaves, supposed to be like 400 years. Suppose. That's why I said suppose. All them people and was controlled by the minority, and you wanted to be in slavery 400 years. He asked a rhetorical question. He said that sounds like a choice. He didn't say it was a choice. He said it sounds like a choice. Keyword sound. Big difference. Everybody want to take it and run with it. Oh, fuck Kanye. Kanye's a sellout. He's a coon. He's a sellout. All this blah, 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 blah. And fuck that B that was with him. You know, I done heard cats saying despondent remarks about Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, you disrespecting the man's wife. Regardless of what you think of Kanye, that's still that man's wife. She ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, say Trump is his brother, yeah. Well, you also got to look at the science too, Prince, because like I say, Kanye West, Donald Trump, both are Geminis. They're polar opposites of each other. They both got that dragon energy, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why one of the reasons why Kanye said that. Just like in 2016 when Trump won the election, he was still president-elect. That um, that they stood right there in the lobby of Trump Tower. You know what I'm saying? Saying like, I just want to take a picture with him. And you know, Trump was saying like, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He says that with everybody. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah, he says that with everybody. You know, they both Geminis. That's that air sign. And we in the birthday period of Gemini. By the way, happy belated birthday to you too, Prince. You know, plain and simple. So, you know what I'm saying, like that. Why you think in 2005, why you think Kanye West was the only one that had balls enough to get out there to say, you know, George Bush don't like black people after Katrina slammed into New Orleans? I didn't see T.I., I didn't see Jeezy, I didn't see Wayne or Birdman, none of these other so-called gangster rappers speak out against that. Kanye West at that time, who was voted best dressed rapper and all this other stuff, he the only one that had balls enough to say it. From that day on, you know, I had respect. I always would like Kanye West because Kanye West make you think. And if anybody that basically my older brother, he's a Gemini. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Black Reality. It was fake outrage, fake selective outrage, fake selective outrage when it comes to Kanye. Now, I don't know about the Drake and Pusha T thing because you know, like I say, fuck Drake. I don't like Drake. Never liked anything about him whatsoever. I think personally, I think he trash or whatever. The only thing I just heard recently, right now, Jay Prince had to step in, and I think he told Drake or Pusha T, one of them two, to fall back. So you know, um, the Marshmallows got mad at Kanye for the song "I Am a God." Well, he's right. For one, when you have knowledge of self, know thyself. We are God. You know, we are GODs, governors, operators, and destroyers. Or you could take it like this / as well: governors, operators, uh, governing governing our dominion. Well, the new ones I don't like to joke either. So a lot of them I really don't care nothing about. But you hear so much about them and stuff. So you just talk about it. I just don't listen to their songs. I still rock Tupac. I still rock Biggie. Gemini's too. May they peace be on the Pac, peace be on the Biggie. And I ran with Pac to be honest with you. Ice Cube, another Gemini. You know, and say what they want to say. Of course they want to affect kids a lot because the game it has gotten so much out of hand right now. You got cats that getting out here that want to claim that they rolling with this, rolling with that. Lil Wayne claiming that he's a blood and all this stuff. Triple OG T Rogers. Once again, I got to bring my brothers and sisters from Chicago in on this. Everybody know that T Rogers is from the Chi. Okay, he's the founder and started the Black Peace Stone Bloods out there in Cali. Because he got permission from Chief Malik. Even he's like Jim Jones, Lil Wayne, please, because the only thing that Kanye was saying back on Kanye, like Black Reality was saying, that we just basically we have a slave mindset. The majority of us has a slave mindset. See, and you got the other people that want to keep us asleep. So therefore, like this, Kanye is a free thinker. He's a light bringer. You may not like the way how he go about it, but he's shining some light on some darkness. True, I'm a light bringer. I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat room here, they're light bringers. Tariq Nasheed's a light bringer, but a lot of people want to hate on him and stuff. But he's bringing a lot to light because let me talk about something like this when it come back to down with the black thing. Okay, we all know what happened with Tariq Nasheed. We all know what happened. That some troll, or whatever made a crank call to police, planking or something like that they call it, saying that he got bombs and all this at their house. And next thing you know, you had the policy enforcers of the Corporation of Los Angeles, which is I refer to as Lower Alabama, came to his house, all military geared up, riot gear, military geared up, ARs, all this stuff like that, at his house. Had him in handcuffs. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, what? Oh, okay, I'll deal with. Yeah, so, but here's the thing though, what happened with Tariq, and I analyzed this whole thing. He had cameras in his house where he had the policy enforcers all up in Tariq's crib and shit like that. Now, let's get one thing. Ain't no doubt they were there to try to go ahead to try to do them in. No doubt. But at the same time, But at the same time, here's the thing I also said too. Now watch what's gonna happen. They're gonna start labeling him. They're gonna start labeling Tariq as being a BIE, as you know, black identity extremists. And that's exactly what's going to end up happening. Now Tariq know about the Moors too. He spoke about it on a little bit on the very first Hidden Colors. But he still wants to get out there and push the quote unquote black thing and white supremacy and all this other stuff like that. And I done broke down plenty of times that white supremacy, first of all, white doesn't identify nationality or race, which is not. And there's nothing supreme about that. You know what I'm saying? But they want to get out there and push this thing saying like, oh, it's racism and all this stuff like that. It said, nah. That could possibly be a possibility because we remember a year ago, like a year ago, he had a visit from the FBI. Nah, what happened, Prince? Some gamer called themselves Dark Poseidon or whatever the name is. That's what I've heard. That they did a planking on him and they exposed his they got a hold of his IP address. And so therefore they made a prank call to the policy enforcers of the city of the corporation of Los Angeles, saying that he got bombs and all this stuff at their house. And next thing you know, they showed up at his crib, guns pointing, all military grade weapons and all this stuff. Now keep in mind, Tariq, we even seen him when they took him in handcuffs. What they put him in handcuffs for? It's his house and stuff, And he had his little 1-year-old son in there with him. That shit was crazy. And we seen it like saying like they was all up in his crib and stuff because Tariq, he had cameras up in his house, hidden cameras up in his house and stuff like that. Now my thing with this, when you got these policy enforcers, which are nothing more than commercialized, these are commercialized mercenaries, highwaymen. Don't tell them what they could have put in there. They probably putting listening devices in there, bugs and stuff like that. Don't tell them how they doing that. Don't tell them what. Don't tell them how they doing that junk, man. Because why they coming at them now? Shoot, timing is everything with these people. Well, see, here's a thing like that. But Tariq, like, he ain't sweat that junk because as soon as they let him out, he went up back in there like a boss and all that. But see, but now it's like my thing is like this. Like I told people, like I said before, they gonna label they probably not gonna put him under the category of BIE, black identity extremists. So we gotta be a lot more careful and like watch what we say and stuff. There's even some things even on social media I don't even want to talk about, that I love to talk about, but I can't because the fact of the matter, because like, look, that's something that we got to deal with face to face or whatever. Yeah, if. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna get advice on this. None of this wouldn't happen if these trolls wouldn't have got a hold of his IP address. Everybody needs to go ahead and look into and getting a VPN. VPN is a virtual private network. That way it masks your IP address, your internet provider address. You know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and just mask it. That's for security purposes. Yeah, he could possibly. Yeah, he in danger. No doubt. You know, because trust me, the policy enforcers was in on that too. You know, but here's the thing. While with him, he knows that we're Moors, but the thing is, he doesn't talk much about it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even try to express all about it and stuff. Yeah, he should know what a VPN is by now. I mean, there's several of them out there. Sure, one of the ones you could get is by PIA, private internet access. That's the one you could use there. They only charge like 6 notes a month, easily. But yeah, Prince, yeah, you're right. He ain't done. Those were warning shots, but he had warning shots before. Remember when I told you that the FBI a year ago came and visited him at his domicile? So yeah, I don't know, Chidoke. Like I said, that's my problem with that though. He's still on the Nellie Fuller, Frances Cress Welsing, peace be on to her, about white supremacy and racism, and then talks about saying about black this, black that. You know, um, like I said, and he knows about it. And here's something else. His name, Tariq. His name is named after one of the greatest Moorish generals of all times. So trust me, he knows what's up. He knows. He just not saying about it. But then you got like I say, like with me, I mess with Tariq though. You know what I'm saying? And what happened with him? Because he's a Moor, he's a brother, so therefore I got to stand behind him no matter what. Yep, exactly, Prince. Because see now after this will happen, I'm telling you like now, he's gonna start changing the tune and all that shit. Well, like I said, like if that's his real name, that's his real name. If it ain't his real name, who knows? I don't know his government name, and right now I really don't care much about not really want to know. But yeah, he gonna be real quiet after this, though. All that talk saying, about with that. But see, that's the thing that like I say, there's certain things that you don't get out there and talk about. Cause like, you got some of the elders, some of the master teachers, they don't even be on social media that much. I mean, like I say, Taj don't be on social media that much. People go to go to lectures, they record and stuff. That's about it. I know Sabir Bey. I know my brother Sabir Bey. He be on there a lot. Go to his radio show. A lot of them been quiet because, like I said, Prince. You know, you talking about this. White supremacy, this white supremacy, that, and stuff like that. They going I'm telling you what's gonna happen. They gonna put them under the label on the list and label them as BIEs, Black Identity Extremists. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why the Black Identity, the BIE thing ain't gonna work. Look at the words, Black Identity. An adjective can't have an identity. Just can't. Now I read the dossier where they try to link Moors up in there, but it's not gonna work. Right. What has changed? Absolutely nothing. Because the fact of the matter is, they're not talking about history, and they're talking about law. Hold on, excuse me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. My apologies. But the thing is, though, with Tariq Nasheed, he's affected the minds of some. And like I said, he's got a lot of followers. I say like what 70,000, maybe 70 million. I could be exaggerating on the latter, you know, and stuff like that. A lot of people are influenced by him. You know what I'm saying? Even I listen to him from time to time and stuff. I mean, he have his little moments, and he have his moments. That's also like that. But there's certain other YouTubers I just stopped listening to altogether. You know, because like I said earlier, one of my subs had sent me a snippet via email about two um two YouTubers, and they said some disparaging things about the Moors and all that stuff. They did a little collabo via Hangouts, I guess. I'm assuming right here on YouTube, and I heard it, I listened to it, and you can probably hear the snippets and stuff like that. I posted it right over there on my Instagram page too, so y'all could go there and listen to it and all that, you know. But these two individuals, I really don't listen to as much and all that stuff like that at all. That stuff because I think Prince know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not mentioning their names, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to give that type of energy to them. You know, I don't want to give them that. I don't want to give them that type of energy. Yeah, exactly. Not every black person came over here on slave ships. Cause like let me just quote Prince what he's just said in the chat room. I said like this: how come is it over here in North America, which is really Morocco, which is really Maghreb Al Ask, Morocco, the most extreme west, and that's just a portion of it. How come is it that we can find pyramids over here older than the ones in Giza, pyramids in Central and South America? Hell, you got pyramids over in Cuba. Okay, plain and simple. And we can find the tombs, a treasure tomb right there in the Grand Canyon. You ever wonder why the Grand Canyon been fenced off? Because that's why they found a tomb full of riches there. But I cannot find not one slave ship there. But like I said, they send their agent provocateurs, the Negro preachers, the so-called black leaders they appointed. This includes Jesse Jackson. This includes Sharpton. This includes motherfuckers in the Congressional Black Caucus. Maxine Waters, she's included too. Kamala Harris, all of them. And even to a degree, even Farrakhan. I don't knock Farrakhan, although some of the things that he do say is BS, but I don't knock him because he's one of the greatest orators of this era. just to go ahead to keep this information like this down. Farrakhan know about Noble Drew Ali. He mentioned about him 4 times and stuff. Reason he had to do that because former members after the Prophet passed in 1929, some of them went over there to the NOI. So Joker, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because the reason why they say, you know, so-called black folks get pissed at you for saying you aren't from Africa or a slave ship, and they calling you a coon. See, that's that ass backwards thinking. Only an oxymoron thinks like that. Because see, they insist on wanting to cling on to that misnomer, you know, that I'm black. And you done seen it plenty times that we're not black. We're not black. That we're not black. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, great. Stupid man. Anyway. Look at that. All you gotta do is put a penny up there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because see, we the only true humans on this planet. And that's what you have to tell them, Chijoki. That's what you have to tell them. You know, I tell people all the time that want to try to come on there, want to try to debate me, whether it's here, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, or even out in person. You know, because when you start getting out here and speaking truth, and you start speaking realism, and all that, you're gonna have that 1 or 2 individuals that gonna come in the crowd and cause disruptions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Saying like, oh, you know, I am not a Moor, or shoot, we black, and all this other stuff like that. And we came over here on slave ships in the wilderness of North America and all that junk. Because I think it's ironic. It's real ironic. And on top of that, like now all of a sudden, you know, Moors and coons, we sellouts and all this other stuff like that. But we the ones that's only ones. What about polygamy? Well, polygamy. Mm, let's look up polygamy. I got my arsenal out today. Let's look up polygamy. I'm gonna get back to what I was about to say. Hold on 1 second. I have no son. I have no son.
Yeah. Without God and everything. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like I said, I brought out the arsenal. Let's break it down in Random House Dictionary of the English Language, 2nd edition on the bridge. It's the big dog here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we finna get to that right now. Polygamy. Let's break it down. Now, polygamy, that is the practice or condition, which is a noun. That's the practice or condition of having more than one spouse, especially wife at one time. That could be defined as bigamy or, definitely one, or monogamy, which is basically synonymous to monogamous. Now, as far as when it comes down to polygamy, um, personally, like this in certain in other cultures, I have no problem with that. Like I say, like it's in Islamic culture, like they're like I'm talking about the religious aspect of Islam. You have a lot of those guys. They have more than one wives because that's having to be more than one woman. I personally like this in our culture is like I say, Islamic culture is nothing, no problem with that. Because you think about it, even in nature, you even have animals that mate um with more than one. Like you take a bearded dragon, beard, which is one of the most popular pets that's in every household across the globe. Bearded dragons, which are native to Australia. You put like one male in there with like two, maybe three females. He gonna try to get out there and mate with all three of them or more. That's how excited they get. Or better yet, you look at a pride of lions. A pride of lions, you got either one male or two males involved in that, and then the rest of the pride is mostly females. Oh, they are. Okay, LaShawn, what's up? Hey Prince, you got a fellow Chicagoan in here. LaShawn Simmons, meet Prince GMO. Prince, meet my sister LaShawn Simmons. Hey Swerve, thanks for that heads up and all that. Synthetic. uh oh boy, y'all got me rolling, man. I thought the JR memes would have me rolling. That's a good one. Let them come. Who cares? It's not my fault that that they don't do their homework and they don't do their research. You know, so I don't even worry about them because after all, we over here we trying to build more. We trying to build family. So I ain't really got no time for somebody who got self hate, self anger issues, and all that other stuff. I'm cool like cool in the game, man. We good over here. Let them talk because guess what? Well, I got to work extra and all that to get Beyonce over here. So but Swerve 4800, man, I really appreciate that and good looking out for having my back, brother. See, we building over here, people. We building over here, family. And my thing is like this. My reward for doing this is I want to see y'all save yourselves, man. What the hell's going on? I just want to see y'all save yourselves. I'm getting all these stupid emails and stuff. Okay, cool. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I sure enough can Swerve. I'm gonna link you to dude who make the t-shirts for you though. Definitely teaching like that because I'm saying y'all go to he's got a YouTube channel. It's called Jamal's Flicks. I'm gonna just type it in here right now. Oh, I'm glad you asked that, Prince. You asked me like is the relationship with the American Moorish Americans, which is us, and the Mexicans, Native Indians were good or bad. Well, first of all, number one, the Mexicans no different than it is like down here in Miami with the Cubans. Those are brothers and sisters, whether y'all want to know it or not. Now you already heard me say about like with the Cubans that say in Miami, these the ones that flourished under Batista and they oppressed and kept the indigenous Cubans down until Fidel Castro ran his ass up out of them. But let me just stick with the Mexican. Those are brothers and sisters, man. So the relationship um, with us and them has always been good because believe it or not, like Mexican, and like I say, Mexicans are indigenous here to North America as well. So when we hear the Great Pumpkin talk about saying we're gonna build a wall, we're gonna build a massive wall, and we're gonna go ahead and bring out, take the bad guy, Mexicans out. They're bringing crime, they're bringing drugs, they're doing this, they're doing that. Man, we all know the truth. We all know that the CIA and all them the ones who hustling bringing that crap over here in the first place. Let's just keep it real, you know. But no, the relationship between us and them has always been good. Because guess what? The thing is, Prince and Black TV, the whole world, including our Mexican brothers and sisters and our Cuban brothers and sisters and our Border kin brothers and sisters, which is known as Puerto Rico, because that was the name given to them by the Christian conquistadors. Yeah, of course, because we still keep calling ourselves black. They're Mexicans because they acknowledge their history, they acknowledge their culture as a people. And besides, part of the so-called or the U dot S dot, the people want our people, black people want to think that's a country, but it's not. Because remember, part of this, California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, all and certain other part like Utah and all them. That's all live right there. Well, swerve number one, Spanish is not a nationality. It's not even a language, number one, to begin with. And neither is African. African is not a nationality either. We're not continents. We're not continents, not at all. Well, see, that type of war going on like there, like I say, I got friends in LA, in Southern California, and in Northern California. And, I got a lot of love for my peoples there in Cali, man. I get goosebumps every time I meet people. I meet brothers and sisters from Cali. Just like I get major goosebumps when I meet brothers and sisters from Chicago or from Houston or Dallas or Atlanta, public place in Morrison. Dominicanas, they're Moors too. Because remember, all that's the Moorish Empire, Prince. North America, South America, South America, Central America, and the adjoining islands. Look right there. Now you get this from Jackson-Bey Publications. I'm gonna put the link up in the chat room so y'all can go there. Little book like about $3, $5. Moors, Mexicans, and the South Al Moroccan indigenous. You know, all this was the Moorish Empire, all the extension of the northwest, southwest shores of Africa. Africa was born here in America. Part of they made up the major continent. Y'all heard Khalid Muhammad talk about it in this live stream, which was Asia. Okay, give y'all a closer look at it. All that's Africa, fam. All that talk they talk about saying going back to Africa and all that shit. You already standing in Africa. You know, and like I said last night, I said like this, that Black Panther movie, that was a psyops right there to have you emotionally detached from here, where you were born and raised indigenous here, and have you emotionally attached to a continent that you were never born on. And see, you got to understand that European, he's already committing birthright thefts every day. And majority of our people get out here, go for the okie doke. Not in Belize. In Belize, yeah, of course it's multicultural, but guess what? They all Moors too. Swerve, break down the nationalities of the peoples down there in Belize, which is in Central America, along with Costa Rica, with Panama, El Salvador, things like that. Right, Black Rally. Believe it or not, a lot of us are a lot more connected than what you think about it. But see, but the problem is, see, the European, never underestimate the enemy. Okay, that European is a cold calculating MF. Stop using ancestry.com. Please, look, I'm gonna just be 100 with y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, please stop. Y'all, yeah, y'all, please stop using, stop giving up y'all DNA and stuff like that and sending it to ancestry.com, 23andMe, African Ancestry, and all these other fuckers like that. Y'all sending y'all shit to faceless people that y'all don't know who they are, don't know where they come from, or whatever, and stuff like that. And Prince, you know what I'm talking about. Thanks for sending me this through FB Messenger. So I'm gonna just throw this up right now. Wait a minute, no, I don't. I got it already. This was in the Miami Herald this past weekend. Y'all can go to MiamiHerald.com and look it up. This was right there. Okay. Secretive partners can now access gene database. You know what the hell that means? That means that these crackers can go ahead and manipulate and steal your DNA and all this other stuff. Look at that, put it up there again for y'all to see it. Y'all best better take a screenshot of this. No, of course you didn't. You didn't really need that test. All you got to do is wake up and look in the mirror. You look in the mirror and just say, and just say like that. You know you are more. You know what I'm saying? Mixed African, Indian, Latino. Like, yeah. But like I said, those terms there, those brands there don't identify nationality or race. Swerve, you Belizean. Okay? That basically means that you're American. Okay, Chijoka, you back? Okay, cool. And like Prince say, yeah, they want to get that DNA, they want to use your genetics and stuff so they can expand their lifespan. Because guess what? Because like I said years ago, months ago, birth rates among Europeans are dropping, you know, less and less being birthed, their lifespan dropping, everything like that dropping. Because you know why? Because yeah, you know, because you want to know why? Because see, they're not natural people. They're not natural people. The only true humans, Huemen, I'm quoting Bobby Hemmett, one of my master teachers, quoting Bobby Hemmett, that we the only true humans, and hue meaning color, you know, on this planet. Because think about it, ain't no damn Caucasians built no pyramids or mounds here or either in Egypt. Okay, they wouldn't be able to survive the rays from the sun. They get skin cancer, they get all that stuff. And that's why I tell my people, man, y'all don't put no goddamn sunscreen and shit on you. For what? You got melanin in you. And then you look at this thing with the DNA thing with ancestry. Stop doing that. Stop giving your shit up like that. For real. You know, all you got to do is look at the movie Get Out with that Jordan Peele Get Out, which is my favorite movie and stuff. You know, they find creative ways to try to steal our organs, therefore they can get our essence and stuff like that and put it in and have it in them in their genetics so they can expand their lifespan like Prince was saying. Yeah, reason some of us see our people buying sunscreen at Walmart and all that. I see it here all the time on the beach. You know, CVS farms. What the hell you buying sunscreen for? You don't need that. Shit, you better put some coconut oil on you. Love you too, LaShawn. I'm gonna be doing another one later on tonight. We're gonna try to get this right because last night I had too many interruptions and I literally had to come off my square and had to check some people, you know. So that's like the, you know. So yeah, y'all please stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because when our brother Trayvon Martin got killed, and I say he's my brother because he's from here in the corporation from Miami, was murdered by that fat ass um he happened to be Peruvian, but you know, but he wants to be Caucasian, German, George Zimmerman. He burgundy. Okay, so are you burgundy? Um, no, I ain't got into the Freemason thing yet, but I am going to explain that. You know, yeah, of course they love our genetics. That's plain and simple. All you have to do watch the movie Get Out, and you see them doing it all the time because they're doing it through a lot of ways. They're trying to push the interracial agenda, saying like we all the same, we all the same people, we all human, and no, we not. You just heard me say the only humans happen to be us. Ain't nothing human about the European man. How you gonna be human and you got rhesus monkey and wolf DNA at you? Hmm? And if I'm lying about that, nobles, then how come is it that you have that you got the wild animals constantly attacking them because they're not natural, they're not connected to nature, they know what's up. Just like with that European couple that went over there and they killed the lioness, and the big male lion turned around and killed the hunter. Same thing with the elephant did. Because I'm saying like that, because see, we got to go ahead and be connected to the universe, we connected to nature. Because to be honest with you, we got everything we need there. But see, a lot of our people wants to get out here and wants to adopt that Eurocentric mindset, thinking like, yeah, thinking like that they're right, we don't know what we talking about. They talk blah 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 blah, this and that. But see, but nowadays, thanks to books that's coming out, thanks to social media, thanks to technology, we can get out there and we can research all this information and all that. You're damn right. Yeah. And yeah, these Beckys will try to go ahead and try to flirt with you and all that. Even going as so far as to have their bodies altered to be like that of a sister's. You know what I'm saying? A natural sister and all that. But you know what? I said this before. When it comes down to the European, they are black. They are black. We're the true white people, not them. Because like I said, white and black are legal status. Okay, in law, their legal status. Let me look up the term. Look up the term for you free white persons. Yeah, I'm saying like that. Yeah, we building over here today, fam. Black's Law Dictionary, once again, free white persons. See it right there. Like free white persons. Okay? Free white persons, it includes all European Jews more or less intermixed with people of Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent. Clear the wax out your ears, people. I'm going to get right into the meat of this. It includes Magyars, Lapps and Finns, and the Basque and Albanians. It includes the mixed Latin, Celtic Iberian, and Moorish inhabitants of Spain and Portugal. Let me read that again. The mixed Greek, Latin, Phoenician, that was us too, and North African inhabitants of Sicily, and the mixed Slav and Tartar inhabitants of South Russia. North African inhabitants. They're not talking about, they ain't talking about nobody but the Moors. And we were the ones that went up into Spain, went up into Portugal, and we ushered in the Renaissance age. When you look at it, you see the Vatican, you seeing all that right there. That's all Moorish architecture. All that right there. Now let me get on into the good one. Why we say we shouldn't call these people white. Free white persons, it does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan race, or Indo-European races, nor the mixed Indo-European, Dravidian, Semitic, and Mongolian peoples who inhabit Persia. Let me read it back again so y'all can go ahead and really get into it. It includes free white persons, it includes all European Jews, more or less intermixed with people, more or less intermixed with peoples of Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, in reference to the Iberian Peninsula, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent. It includes Magyars, Lapps and Finns, and the Basque and Albanians. It includes the mixed Latin, Celtic Iberian, and Moorish, let me repeat, Moorish inhabitants of Spain and Portugal. The mixed Greek, Latin, Phoenician, like I said before, that's us, and North African inhabitants of Sicily, and the mixed Slav and Tartar inhabitants of South Russia. Okay? It does not mean Caucasian. Look at y'all, see it for yourself. It doesn't mean Caucasian race, Aryan race, Indo-European, mixed Indo-European race, being a Dravidian, Semitic, or Mongolian races. This is one of the reasons why we call the Europeans Europeans. We don't call them white because they're not free white people. European happens to be black. And if you want to look at black from an etymology, also get an etymology dictionary too. I got one of those right here. Dictionary etymology language right here. Or you can go to etymon09.com and look it up. And you look up the term black, because black really means pale. Because etymology is very important. And this is something like this, as well as etymology, we need to go ahead and start teaching our babies this as well. You know what I'm saying? Something that's simple reading, simple mathematics, that a child can go ahead and comprehend. Because guess what? Their minds are flexible and they're open. Minds are open. So they're going to be more receptive to the type of information. And we got to start going ahead and teaching our babies. That's why I focus on. You know what I'm saying? I focus on the babies, on the younger generations and stuff like that. As far as the adults, though, they're already set in their ways. They're not changing their ways. They're not doing none of that. You know, that's why they so get out there and full of it. And just like Swerve was just telling me, saying that chicks over there on Pharaoh's channel and they're mentioning me. And like I said, I don't know why. But it's kind of funny though. It's real funny to do. If you were talking about want to go ahead and free yourselves. You know, want to say yourselves, declare and proclaim your nationality and your birthrights. Start knowing and start studying. Study, study, study. Therefore, you will know who you truly are, that we're not black, we're not Negroes, we're not colored, not African American, we're not African, we're not a continent, we're not African American, so we can't be from two continents, not Indian, not Latino, not Hispanic, because Hispanic is not a race, that's the ethnicity, none of that. You know, proclaim your nationality, proclaim your birthright. You know what I'm saying? You go right here, I'm typing it inside the chat room right now. You know, ArmyBayPublications.com. You know, or you go to YouTube, be on YouTube and type in Taj Tariq Bey. Or, you know, subscribe to the Kenneland Moors. My brother Cujo Atwell Hill, Grand Shake up there. Up in what y'all call Corporation of Canada, the corporation called the City of Toronto. They always coming with live streams, coming with information. Who knows? I might end up popping up there one day. Who knows? But that's something here and there. That we are nationals, Moorish American nationals. That we were here prior to slavery, prior to before the Europeans, that we are the Americans, the true Americans, just like it say on the back of my shirt. Just like it say on the back of my shirt. We're the true Americans. You know. And see, if you want to know the definition of American, will prove my point, you can go ahead here. If you got an Android phone or if you got an iPhone, and you could go ahead and download Webster's 1828 dictionary, which I got here, and you look at the term American. And that's what it says right there. American. A native to the Americas, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applies to the descendants of Europeans born in America, which basically says like that they're not, the European ain't American. To prove my point even more, that the European is foreign here. Okay? And it's supposed to be, it's up to us to get out there to go ahead and when we confront them, or they confront us talking about saying that, when they say some bull junk, talking about saying that our people, descend from slaves, and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. First thing first, number one, we were born here. Our people happen to be from here. The only ones who happen to be the foreigners happen to be you. And talking about, and they talking about saying, oh, well, my family got 1/4 Cherokee or Blackfoot in them and stuff. I say, okay, prove it. And trust me, when you challenge them on that, standing on your square, they ain't gonna be, they can't prove nothing. Okay? They always want to try to claim some indigenous heritage. They went and paid back in the times, during the time when they did come over here, they went and bought their nationality. They paid $5 saying that they Indian. That's what the term $5 Indian refers to. And see, some Europeans, they already know what's up. Kudos go to the European Jane Elliott. She even said that here, and I quote, black people were the first ones here, so-called black people were the first one here, and they will be the last ones on this planet. Yeah, because we are the proprietors of this planet. Moors are the proprietors of this entire planet, this whole planet. We the proprietors and we the custodians of all the sciences, of all the Egyptian mysteries and stuff. Look it up in George G.M. James' book, Stolen Legacy, page 39, and you know what I'm talking about. See, all these other YouTubers that be on here want to talk about black this, black that, talking about white supremacy, this, type that, like Swerve 4000 had just told me about, just recently told everybody about here and stuff. Shoot, they all on emotions. They all into their feelings and stuff. Too much self-hate going on here, because plain and simple, this movement, because the prophets say, Noble Drew Ali said like this, we have to learn to love instead of hate. When he said that, he said we have to start learning to love in ourselves. Got to love our fellow brothers and sisters instead of hate. We don't hate the Europeans. No, we don't hate them. We just ain't trying to amalgamate with the pale nations or none of that stuff, or their religions or their false gods. That's why we go ahead and we gave Christianity back to them and to Rome, where they all got that crap from, for their own earthly salvation. We over here, the Moorish Americans, we stick here over with Islam. When I say Islam, meaning I self-law am master, because this was always has Islamic influence. When people get out here talking about saying that America is a Christian nation, bullshit. Bull BS. It's not. Thomas Jefferson, and yeah, I hate bringing him up. Thomas Jefferson, when he took the oath and was sworn in as president, he did it on the Quran. People don't know that. Just like a lot of these RBG guys, they don't know about Marcus Garvey's interaction when he met and talked with the Ku Klux Klan, as did Brother Malcolm. Well, see, the problem is these so-called scholars, these so-called YouTube scholars, or these so-called advocates for the fighting against white supremacy and all that stuff, if they did their studies a lot, they would understand that. But the only thing I've been seeing while I was out was motherfuckers getting upset, talking about what Kanye said, which was true. Then they want to talk about the royal wedding with Meghan Markle and stuff. Let me quote you on. I'm gonna stay a little bit on that. Moors have always been involved in royalty. We are royalty anyway, no matter what, even in England. Meghan Markle, look at her mom. She's a Moor. Meghan Markle, she's a Moor too. But the thing is, she's amalgamated. You ever heard about Queen Charlotte? A secret that that royal family been trying to keep secret of, and now it done came out. That same Queen Elizabeth, she got 1/4 Moorish blood in her. I don't see friends of mine that been on Facebook talking about saying how Prince Harry racist. He wore a Nazi costume with swastika on it and all that stuff like that. And I took a look at that swastika, and that's not the swastika what y'all think it is. I said a long time ago, I did a video on that regarding swastika and Hitler. Y'all can go back on the YouTube channel and look at it. That swastika is originally from India, originally from Africa. That basically means a symbol of peace. But the problem is Europeans took it and corrupted it. Hitler never had no issue with us. Because if you looked at some of these other photos, I'm going to start posting some more up on Instagram as well. Y'all go to my Instagram channel too. I'm going to just type it up in here so y'all can see it. Go right there and see it like that. He had Nazis from every different ethnicity that there was there. Because what Hitler was trying to do, he was going against the NWO. He was going against the so-called Jews, the so-called Illuminati. Because he said what the United States was doing, they have precious jewels on the planet. They had the Negro. And what they doing to them over there, they're going to suffer a great fate. But the media here doing just like everything else. They try to paint Hitler with a broad brush of him being this cruel dictator, da 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 da. And Hitler wasn't even like that. If I'm lying about that, then why you think he acknowledged and he praised Jesse Owens during the 1938 Olympics? If I'm lying, shut me up. The same media here paints a broad brush of Fidel Castro. Peace be on to Fidel Castro. Okay? They paint a broad brush of Hugo Chavez. Peace be on to him. Same with Saddam Hussein. Peace be on to him too. And Muammar Gaddafi. Because think about it. Why do you think Tupac, whose birthday's coming up this month, labeled his crew the outlaws? Labeled them Gaddafi, Idi Amin, I forgot about him, peace be on him, Hussein, Castro, Gaddafi. Outlaws? Yeah. But they were doing it, what they did was for the benefit of the people. They're doing it for the benefit of the people. And then we'll bring it closer to home here regarding Fidel Castro. And this is to any of the Cubans here, especially here in Miami, who get a hold of this video they want to look at. Every Cuban, I don't give a damn who they are. Every Cubano has African blood in them. Since when the Moors went into Spain, yes, Fidel Castro mentioned the Moors. Went up into Spain and Portugal and Italy, ushered in the Renaissance age. Those are have to be our people. Why you think when Castro was when he was still living, when he came over here and stuff, came to New York to the United Nations, that he didn't stay in no ritzy upscale place. He stayed right down there in Harlem, right there with the brothers. Okay? You forget, him and brother Il Hajj Malik El Shabazz at the time he was Malcolm X at that time, like this. Fidel was cool with late great Muhammad Ali. Peace be on to Ali, Islam. There's a lot of things that y'all don't know. Fidel Castro also looked out for the brothers and sisters over our brothers and sisters over in Haiti. Okay? Plain and simple. The best doctors in the world come from Cuba. Okay? Plain and simple. Because Castro wanted to send doctors over into New Orleans after Katrina hit. But then you had Bush dumbass didn't want to have nothing to do with that. You know, he wanted the people to suffer. Because over in Cuba, like, you get free health care, free education. Hell, you can even stay rent free over there. Now, I don't know how it is now, but at the time when Castro was there, it's like, look, when Castro took over Cuba and he ran Batista up out of there, he ran all them casinos up out of there, all the mobsters, Luciano, Lansky, all of them. Even, you know, he jailed, he arrested Santo Trafficante. And you know, if you from down here, in case y'all don't know who Santo Trafficante is, he was the Don, he was the Don Mafia boss here in the Florida Republic, particularly in Tampa. Castro ain't played that shit because he thought he was gonna try to corrupt Castro. Castro said, no, take your ass, put your ass in there. And he was gonna face a firing squad. Castro was gonna take his ass out of there. But the thing I will always love about with Fidel Castro, that he looked out for us as people. He looked out for our people. Because like I said, you got Cubans that look just like me. You got Dominicans that look like me. Quote unquote, one of my girl, Amara La Negra. Yeah, and she's fine as hell too, I'm not gonna lie. All of them. Cuba, Puerto Rico, Panama, all of them Moors, all of them. Trinidad, Moors, Jamaican, Moors, okay? Haitians, Moors, Dominicans, Moors. All the same people. You don't need a DNA test or ancestry or none of that to tell you who you are. Shoot. But, you know, I'm saying like this. But a lot of y'all was mad at Waka Flocka when he said that he wasn't black. And I totally agreed with Waka Flocka because I knew exactly what he was talking about. That he said that he's Cherokee, Blackfooted, Redtail. Because he went to the source. He went to his grandmama told him that we ain't from Africa, man. We was always indigenous here. He was always indigenous here. But then here come the coon birds. Coo, 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 coo. That's what I call them, coon birds, because that's all they do, making that damn calling like a damn crow. Coon, 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 coon. Coon birds. He's a coon. Same thing they do with Kanye. Coon, 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 coon. A lot of y'all just need to shut up sometimes and think. And really think. I said I was going to talk about let's just talk about current events right now. 2 current events, and it's in the world of sports. NFL, the national anthem policy. This is my thing about this whole thing like this. If this doesn't show the Bucks that play, you know, the brothers who play on these teams, and these owners, plantation owners I call them, are showing you that, saying, quote unquote, nigga, I don't give a damn. You ain't taking no knee. We paying you millions of dollars. When that anthem song come on, they bring that Star Spangled Banner out, you better stand up. And they implemented that policy because their main goal is to generate revenue. They don't give a damn about what happened to your people in your communities or none of that stuff. NFL never cared nothing about that. Only thing but they thought every October they want to do this breast cancer awareness shit, the Special Olympics shit. What you need breast cancer awareness for when apricots can cure you of cancer? Shout out to Dr. Peace to Dr. Sebi. Peace be on to him on that. But see, they just going here to go to show you. And see, this is what happens when you're a 13th or 14th Amendment citizen. You chattel property whether you want to know it or not. I don't care if you is making millions of dollars. Yeah, Black Reality. I'm gonna touch that right now. LeVar Ball, he just recently came out and said about like, look, and I'm gonna tell you something. I gotta agree with LeVar Ball on that. He said like that. It's their. He said it, and I quote, "It's their league." Let me see. Let me quote. I want to get this shit right. I want to get it right. I want to get it right. I don't want to butcher this up. Excuse me. It's 12 o'clock already. The water with kale in it. Kale good for you. It's got powder in it. Yeah, because I want to go ahead and I want to get this right. About with LeVar Ball, about what he said about with Trump. You know what, Black Reality? Yeah, you're right. I mean, I've read that too, but see, that's the problem with Negroes, man. They don't know when to shut up. If you're gonna go ahead and do it, then do it. Don't go ahead and announce the shit that you're gonna do it. Once again, they need to read the 48 laws of power. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. Hello. Why you gotta go and tell everybody what we want to do just to do it? To me, like this. Hey Quincy, what's up, fam? What's good, baby? What's good? Welcome to the chat. Special one I'm doing right here. So this is the only time everybody get to see me. Yeah, I have returned. I'm back. Sound, body, mind, and soul. To bring you up to speed. 3 months ago, like I said, I was in the hospital. I had to have surgery done. Pacific Hospital took care of me, looked out, and my place of business also looked out too. They held it down too as well. So it was a concerted effort, and I came out on top. You know, like I said, the universe saw me through it, and plus it's supporting people as well, and family, friends, and stuff like that who came to visit me. But let me just get on this LeVar Ball thing about what he said, what he's saying about the national anthem. Sorry, what I'm saying. So I just want to I want to get this right. Now I'm just going. this is for like FTW right here. Let me just see right here. Okay, Laval Ball's Junior Basketball Association with opens up on the 21st of this month. And according to Ball, the players involved won't be protesting the national anthem. So he did an interview with TMZ, of all people. Ball reacted to the NFL's controversial new national anthem policy requiring players to stand. Ball curiously states that while he believes the NFL is going too far, he'll be requiring JBA players to stand as well. So the conversation he's saying with the reporter, like he's saying basically whoever at the top, you got to deal with them. And unfortunately, yeah, he's right. And the report, did the NFL go too far? Ball said, in my opinion, yeah, I think so. But you know what? It's their league. You don't want it? Get out their league. That's why I got my own league. Do what I want. Let me hold it right there. I gotta agree with him. I gotta agree with LeVar Ball on that. All those NFL players, you guys are millionaires. You mean to tell me y'all couldn't come together and congregate, and pull y'all resources together and start your own league? I guess not, because see, when the Carolina Panthers was up for sale, I heard Diddy them talk about wanting to buy a stake in the Panthers. They talked to Steph Curry and then Colin Kaepernick, and none of that happened. Instead, a European came up out of nowhere and snatched that right from y'all. But you know why this is going? It won't happen. I'm hoping one day it will, but it's not. It's too much jealousy, too much envy, too much ego amongst us as a people. You jealous because this dude got more money than you, or he driving a better car than you, or he dressed better than you, or he got this dumb stuff. I mean, like I say, and then it come down to it that the fact of the matter that you still want to act like you still calling yourself black. That furthers the divide right there. Plus, you also got European social engineering that wants to do the classification and division and all this shit like that. Let me continue. So what's your position on the protest during the anthem? He said, will you ever have an anthem? Now, Ball said, I got some youngsters, man. They going to do the anthem. They're not going to be kneeling and doing all that. But I'm cool. I'm not going to go into that political scene like that because it ain't about that. And that's quote from Ball. And the one thing you got to agree with what he's saying. Get your own league. I totally agree. Get your own league. Get your own league. But those guys, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. See, them NFL owners know they lost. I think they lost like $500 million, almost $500 million in revenue and stuff like that. Because a lot of us, myself included, we had man-carded a lot of the NFL games, because of the mistreatment of why they did Colin Kaepernick and how they snubbed him. And I'm gonna tell you something. Kaepernick put his career, everything, even his life on the line, just to bring about the issue of these sanctioned murders by these policy enforcers. These policy enforcers, these that y'all call police officers, they Deputy Knight Templars. You know that. And I know Chijoki wants me to talk about that too. And look, yeah, not just Kaepernick, but also Eric Reed too. Thank you, Black Reality TV, for bringing that to my attention. They snubbed him as well. And Eric Reed, now see, I think this is what Colin and Eric are making a mistake at. Remember what I said about lawyers. See, if they knew their nationality, they knew their birthright, them being Moors, and they studied law, they wouldn't even need no lawyers. they would go in there and stand on their square and beat them magistrates across the head with the same laws that they try to implement. In this case, like with in the NFL, file the grievance of collusion and stuff like that. Because anytime that you hire a lawyer, that means you're not competent to stand on your own. You're not competent to stand in defense of yourself. Which book do you need, brother? Come on, Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. This one right here. Yeah, you can go to Amazon and get. Yeah, you can go to Amazon and get this. Go to Amazon, or you can go to eBay and get it. This is like a refurbished one. I bought it from a European who was selling it in Oregon. I already had the 5th edition. Yeah, Black's Law Dictionary. That's what you need right there. We need to start going ahead and study law, and that's how we get out here and free ourselves. Not just by nationality is the order of the day. That's the first step. Declaring your nationality. When you proclaim your nationality, that's when it really starts to go. I'm gonna throw it up again. Get this one, Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. West Productions by Henry Campbell Black. You can always get that one. Because I got a Black's Law Dictionary 5th edition too. You can always get that one. Because I got a Black's Law Dictionary 5th edition too. That was the 5th edition, the first one I bought before I got the 4th edition. But they also got a 3rd. That was the 5th edition, the first one I bought before I got the 4th edition. But they also got a 3rd edition out there too. Because when you're dealing with this corporation called the U.S. You know what I'm saying? And it's de facto false government anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get out there and conduct business in the court under alien name. It's not going to work because for one, when it comes down to law, you have to be in your proper status and all that, so that way you can exercise that that you're a natural person, you're flesh and blood, you're in full life, you're not artificial or anything like that. You can know this all you want, but if you're still going in there saying that you're black, you had to pay $200 for no reason. This happening. Yeah, I'm saying like that. Yeah, that's black reality. That's how they do, because they see you as being, you being a 14th Amendment, 13th and 14th Amendment citizen. So therefore, they're gonna channel revenue out you. That's what these courtrooms are. They're rackets. That judge or that magistrate, he rules from the bench. That bench is also meaning bank, as in riverbank, and riverbank controls the flow of the river, controls currency, money, juice, to generate revenue, to generate this, which is nothing but fiat currency. It ain't even real money. Okay, it's not even worth the paper it's printed on, but it's forced on us every day. It's one of the reasons and stuff why this corporation is in debt right now. But nationality is the order of the day. You can go to the link I put up in the chat room there, Jackson-Bey Publications. Y'all can also go there. And that's Jackson-Bey Publications is like an online university. So you could just go there and study, study, study. They also have the same books that I got here. Like this one I got right here, and I got several other ones that's here as well. You know, and the other ones here as well, which is the National Morris Divine and National Movement. This was the prophet's warning, plea to the nation and to all the Moors, Mexicans, and stuff like that. Um, Rights of indigenous people, law, order, and governmental principles. Got that there. Also has this too. Um, the Great Meeting on Asia. You know what I'm saying? Quran questions for Moorish Americans. A question there, 101. This is another one here too. All statements and prophecies of Noble Drew Ali about what this is something like that. I wanted to know what the prophet was saying. Also, you got this is also ingrained in the law as well. The Constitution, as well as Clock of Destiny 1 and 2. And I got some more coming on the way. You're gonna see them doing other live streaming. When you get it, you order in them booklets, because like I said, this also comes with it too. It's a little, I distribute a few of them to a friends of mine and stuff. Because see, in this movement, man, everybody think it's a religious cult and all this other bull crap. We deal with this, civics right here, which is the spirit of law and everything like that. And look what it says here at the bottom. You can screenshot this and read it yourself. Say the Supreme Court of the United States had already determined that state courts, let me just read it. State courts, like federal courts, are obligated to uphold and secure the rights preserved for the people and citizens. Excuse me. The question before these inferior and lower courts is, therefore, whether or not the officers of the courts are operating outside of the established law of the land. The lower courts are the ones that violate your constitutional secure rights to enjoyment of and exercising of your substantial rights and opposed to turn rights into crime. Like reality, that's probably one of the reasons and stuff. One of the reasons why you had to pay that 200 years ago, saying like that. The lower courts violating your rights and stuff. And see, that's where our battle really got to be at. It's not out there in the streets protesting no justice, no peace, or stupid Black Lives Matter crap and all that. We do our battle right there in that courtroom. Going up against these highwaymen, going up against these judges and all that, and bitch slapping them with the same laws and all that they try to enforce to make sure that they took an oath to serve, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Noble Drew Ali said the Constitution is the greatest documentation of all times. And those are pre-secure rights if you claim your nationality, though, as being Moors. Now, I know it's going to be some pro-black guys can get out there talking about saying, well, the Constitution doesn't include black people. Yeah, you're right. It don't, because they don't consider black as part of the family of nations. You know, they're saying, oh, we 3/5 of a human being. That didn't include you. When we did the Constitution, oh, and by the way, 35 Moors and 20 Europeans drafted the Constitution. The original Constitution drafted by the Iroquois, the Iroquois nation. They created the Constitution. The 3/5 human beings, that was to the Europeans. They 3/5 of a human being. Remember what I said about the rhesus monkey and wolf DNA? 3/5. Hello. Put 2 and 2 together. Remember, it was common sense before book sense. Hey, new hashtag. Let's make common sense great again. was always common sense before book sense. You put two and two together. But see, the thing about it, you don't, like I said, you know a lot when you study, study, study. Exactly. That law, the law was never behind us. That's why they called us black. They call us black because they trying to write us out of existence and make and it made because black has no standing in law. So therefore, that means you stateless, um, lawless, being undesirable. Therefore, that's why they end up being wards of the states, being wards of the states. That's why you got these policy enforcers who are deputy Knight Templars. So in case y'all know who Knight Templars is, Knight Templars were the financiers for the Ku Klux Klan, you know, and a lot of them happen to be police, so therefore they all involved into the Freemasonry thing. I'm gonna jump on that in a minute. I know you're joking, you want me to hit up on that about the Freemason thing. Let me explain something to you. Moors, we are the original Masons. These same government officials that you see out here on TV, local, quote unquote, state and federal, you know, they get on TV through the media talking about saying that they're Christian this and all that. But guess what? They in secret, they wearing the fez just like I'm wearing my fez. I'm wearing my fez in all purity. No emblems on it, no nothing. They got emblems all on them. Remember the Shriners? Okay, they practice they do Islam in secret and all that stuff. They're using the same stuff that we taught them up against us. The same laws, the same science, the same mathematics. And we got to get in there. We got to start getting back to that. But no, we caught up. We decided they learned all that stuff, our math, our science, our master astrology. They took it. They ruling the world. Okay, but we wanted to go ahead and chase after them. You know what I'm saying? That we didn't know nothing about. We wanted to take on their so-called culture, their false religion, their idol God, and then we fail. Look what's going on now. You got sisters running around here with blonde weaves and all that because somebody told them that they were ugly. That you need to hate yourself in order to look pretty. That the standard in society is blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and all that bullshit. You know, and you got to straighten your hair. Nothing more sexier than me than seeing the Moabites, the African woman, which is the Moorish Moabites, when they have their hair natural, whether it's afro, whether it's locks, whether it's all that, you know, no altering body parts, no nothing. Okay, I don't mind the tats and all that stuff, but I'll be honest, some of y'all chicks don't need to be having tats, looking like BMWs and stuff, bodies made wrong. Shit. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But my point is this: like, look, self-hate got to stop. That sort of thing got to stop because believe it or not, the womb man, y'all saying like that, there is law and government. Because see, a lot of this stuff that's going on out here now, the killing and stuff about people and all that, the systemic stuff that's going on, the Negro codes, the Christian black codes, the Jim Crow, to the sisters, and I hope sisters are looking at this. You know the war is really against y'all. Okay? They trying to take y'all out as much as possible. Look how they did our sister Sandra Bland. Look how they did our sister Renisha McBride. Or let me bring it a little bit more closer. Look what they did to Corin Gaines, our sister Corin Gaines. Okay? Because Corin Gaines, when she got pulled over by them Baltimore policy enforcers, one thing you seen the video. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all seen the video. She asked the policy enforcer, "What's your delegation of authority?" You know, she wasn't fully versed into more science or knowing like that, but she knew something. Somebody been in her ear and she knew something. And see, you seen that policy enforcer start getting all nervous and everything like that. And they pull over like this because she was driving license. Because first of all, driver's license is a fraud anyway. But I advise anybody in this chat room right now, don't when I say because I said it, yeah, driver's license is a fraud, but I advise just get your driver's license and keep that. Because see, when you're in your proper status, we can be in and out like Neil. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But here's also something else regarding Kaepernick. And one of my brothers had brought this up to me, and me and him, we conversed about this one on one. And even I thought about it in the back of my mind, that subconscious. All this like taking a knee in 2016 to address the police brutality and all this stuff like that. My question is, I want to know, what was the end game? What was the end game? I believe the focus it wasn't consciously put to the use where it's supposed to be at. Now, I applaud him for going ahead using this platform and all that stuff like that to go ahead to speak on about injustice and stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, shit, the late great Muhammad Ali, one of my heroes coming up in the 70s, was just that same person. Yeah, it's been almost 400 deaths that we don't even know about. I call them sanctioned murders by Knight Templars. Sanctioned murders. But like I said, and I'm looking more into that about the Kaepernick situation. Like I said, but one thing that is certain with that is there's no doubt there was collusion by the NFL owners to keep that brother out from getting a job and all this stuff like that. But then you winning all these awards and so on like that, Citizen of the Year and all that. But if you calling yourself a citizen, you basically ain't it's not you don't have no rights. You basically chattel property. You basically 13th, 14th Amendment citizen. Because like I said before, you either U.S. citizen or you an American. You can't be both. Doesn't make any sense. Shoot, I'm an American, Moorish American. That's my flag. That's the true national flag here. Standing here on Al Maracainos. America is Morocco. It's still Morocco, but they just changed the vowels. Vowels are interchangeable. A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. But yeah, the driver license is fraud. I advise anybody can get a license because, look, I'll take my advice on that. Just be like they're on the safe side. It's not It's not even a flag. It's just a Star Spangled Banner. The banner just represents amity and comments. That's all that is. It's not even a flag. It's a banner. Corporations have banners, just like corporations have presidents. You know what I'm saying? Just like corporations have presidents. Now, I just want to show y'all this right quick. That's Michelle Obama. You see how the Moroccan flag is standing there, and then you got the Star Spangled Banner right there. She was trying to put y'all up on game. Somehow people still don't want to get it though. Yeah. And this is our other flag right here. This is the Continental flag, which is the Bunker Hill flag. You know what I'm saying? Red flag with the white bantam in the upper left-hand corner, and you got an evergreen cedar tree. That was the Bunker Hill flag of 1774. Battle of Bunker Hill, which Moors were charging up during then. Now, I'm going to just show you something else. Here we go. There you go. That's what the Stars and Stripes, what it basically got from us anyway, what it means. It's not a national flag. It's the Star Spangled Banner. To amity and commerce, aka Star Spangled Banner. And banners represent corporations, and the United States is a corporation. It's not a country. Corporations don't have geographical land masses. Corporations are not law. Corporations are not government. And see, this is de facto government. This is a false government. Okay? Plain and simple. We had like the de jure government, so on and so forth. This is how I'm gonna put y'all up on this, because we doing some serious building here today, boys. You know, like I said, yeah, and you're right, Black Reality. Yeah, it does represent death and destruction. Everywhere they flew that jump, it's always like this. Now, what you're looking at right here is, you see, like here on top, that's the Great Seal of the Moorish Nation right there. Totally different than the one, similar but totally different. Now, this is what a lot of our people is on this side here. You know, negative. You know, going to court, you're making it requested to make an appearance. And you're going under pro se, civilitial motus. And then on top of that, you need an attorney, counsel, a lawyer. And then on top of that, you're an artificial person, you're a corporation. A minority, feudal, and then what it is, colored. Compared, when in reality, this is who you're supposed to be, where my fingers at. When you talking about saying in court, you're making a special appearance. That's all you're doing. That's all I do. You make a special appearance. You're in your proper person. You full life. That means you're not dead in the view of the law. In full life, that's in the Black's Law Dictionary too. You're your own counsel. You're a natural person. You're not artificial. You're not a corporation. And then you got sui juris. And then on top of that, you are lodial, talking about the state you're standing on. And on top of that, your status as a free white person. That's who you truly are. Again, this little pamphlet here, when you order the books from Arbor Day Publications, that's where you get it from. It comes with it. Because let me tell you what
Good boy. Lay your head back down. Don't hold your head up no more.
Lodium.
Big boy.
I ain't got that here. Like I said, I'm gonna go with Black's Law Dictionary again.
Do what Dad say, boy.
Saying like that. I mean, I absolutely love this book. Absolutely love it. Hey, I think Swerve over there too. Yeah, of course we need our own schools. Shoot, we have a school right now. We have a school right now. Yeah, we need our own schools, man. Personally, like I say, I'm for homeschooling because see, first thing first, because like what Prince was saying about the public school systems, they condition you and all that for to be going to prison. Long hallways. When the bell ring, it tell you when to go to class, or it's time to go to lunch, or yard go out to the yard, PE and all that shit, and or you get out of line and you got a special authority and all that. Yeah, no doubt. Now, what is a lodium? Lodium right here, Black's Law Dictionary. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I'm gonna read it to you anyway. Allodium meaning free, not holding of any lord or superior, owned without obligation or vassalage or fealty. Allodium meaning opposite of feudal. Exactly. Exactly, brother Jeremy. Yeah. It means free. Islam, brother. Welcome back. Yeah, I need one of my fellow Moors up in here help me out with moving and stuff like that. Because there's something I'm missing, please correct me on it and stuff like that. Because I too, as well as everybody else, I'm learning as I go along too. Study, study, study. But see, the problem like with our people is, instead of they want to go ahead and want to bash us, bash the Moors, peace more. They'll go ahead and give like $750,000 donating to give to a person that talking about they want to build a school for quote unquote black boys, and it's been like 3-4 years right now. Now this ain't nothing against Umar. Umar bring up some good things though, but at the same time, look, game recognized game, bro. So my thing is like this. You mean to tell me he couldn't go to Detroit and go buy one of them vacant buildings or something like that and have it have the infrastructure redone and all that, or renovated to open up a school right there and even get property up there in Detroit for a fraction of the cost? Come on. Now he's up here setting up a GoFundMe, asking for donations to go to law school. But you've been around a lot of Moors who talk about law all the time, including myself. Like I'm talking about law right now. Y'all got to be careful about when it comes down to these hotel hustlers. I'm not singling him out. There's a few other ones that's out there too. Shoot, Swerve 4800 had already brought it up. And these are the same type of people too that would get out there. These the same type of people too that get out there that want to charge people who want to get their nationality. And this is something like this. Brothers and sisters, be careful. If you got somebody that want to charge you goddamn $5,000 for nationality and birthrights, please know that's a scam. Okay? Because like I said, the so-called conscious community has been heavily infiltrated, heavily saturated, and you got a bunch of lies and thieves. Excuse me. That's why I was like, even when I did the video of Umar being on TV9 with Roland Martin, another coon, um, and one of the brothers had brought it up to me. One of the fellow Moors had brought it up to me. Ambassador Goodman Hill brought it up to me. I said, like, that was all the setup because I think a lot of people were starting to close in and question about, like, okay, where all the money that people donated to for the school, Umar? Where all that's going? Now you up here on TV. You know, like I said, he been like shining them off. Now you get on here and go through this little debate with the other coon and house niggers, Lauren Burke and all them. And next thing you know, it was all praises. Even I was a target of that. Even I even targeted that. And I said I didn't think of it at the time, even when I did the video. But then the more I think about it, I said, yeah, that seemed like all the setup. And I said, God damn, they pulled the wool right over our eyes. And now he coming out with this. Go back and look at that video again that I did. Of Omar being on that thing with Roland Martin. Though. I tell you. But yet though they get out here and they want to throw shots at the Moors. Everybody want to blame the Moors for that. Blame the Moors for that. But we the only ones that's out here that's basically doing something. But we ain't on here on social media all the time. Facebook and all that, being keyboard warriors and all that shit. We out here in the streets all the time.
Don't start taking my clothes either, man. Take that bowl over there.
Yeah, he took his oath, Jeremy. Yeah, he did. That junk was a whole setup. The more I go back and look at that shit, look at it, that it was a whole setup. So he's already took his oath. You know, there's other people in over there that I could call out very easily and stuff, like the Aki fool over there. But Todd shut him down back in 2015.
Boy, you ain't boy, fuck you. Aki you fuck.
Jackson-Bey. Yeah, that whole thing like Umar. And you got a lot of these other guys. I'm like I say, I want to mention their names so bad, but I'm not going to mention them because they just totally like ridiculous. These are the same people that get out here. They want to bash Stars to Bey. They want to bash Arby Bay Publications. You know. No, I didn't get to the Freemasonry talk. I'm getting to that right now. You know, how many of y'all know about you had two individuals, Horace Greeley and Albert Pike. Horace Greeley is up starting a newspaper up in the north. And he also started the York Rite. You see a lot of York Rite temples. Yeah. There's been more school death shootings. And who the ones behind it? The real niggas, Europeans. But also, when it comes down to these school shootings too, a lot of them happen to be staged too. A lot of them have to be staged too. The Parkland one was staged. That because like look at the crisis actor, this David Hogue or whatever his name is. That's the thing about that. But let me get back to Horace Greeley and Albert Pike. Horace Greeley started New York right up north, but I can relate more to Albert Pike. Albert Pike started had a newspaper down here in the South. He started the Scottish Rite, because I know where Scottish Rite temple's at. Same temple where a lot of the policy enforcers be at. In fact, they're the ones who govern a lot of this stuff. They're the ones who's over the policy enforcers. I mean, the police department and stuff like that. On top of that, Albert Pike was a 33rd degree Mason. In case y'all don't know who Albert Pike is, let me just bring that up. Let's see if I got it. Yeah, maybe I want y'all to get out there and see that though. Yeah, we need our own military. Well, a lot of them don't know about Albert Pike. Let me tell you something about, Shaq wears a Mason ring. Well, let me tell you something. When it comes down to masonry, that's ours too. Yeah, exactly, Brother Jeremy. Yeah, Albert Pike served under Noble Drew Ali's father, John Drew. Yep. Yeah, y'all listen to read what Jeremy Bay put up in the chat room. Yeah, get the book Confederate Cherokee. Talking about he's a 33rd degree Mason or whatever. Shaq's a 33rd degree Mason. Yeah. But when it comes down to masonry, that's ours too. All that's ours. You know what I'm saying? Look at it right there. Because Moors, we are the original Masons. Because see, these Masons, the stuff they do when they yeah, all of it is ours. They just flipped it on you. That's all it is. Masonry is nothing but more science, and the problem is they practice it in secrecy. Saying, see, we come out with ours. We out in direct with ours. Ain't no secrecy right here because we don't take oaths. And see, for them, in order to get to that high degree, there's be a lot of I would say, term I'm looking for, lewd and lascivious acts for them to reach that high degree, preferably homosexuality. Doing a lot of weird stuff. And on top of that, like I said, that's why they can't even talk about it, because they do it in secrecy, out of shame. It's also the same thing too when it come down, like in universities and stuff like that, in college, when they join these fraternities, Sigma Pi Phi and the Q dogs. Shaq's a Q dog. Same with Steve Harvey. You know, the Boule. And remember what I said about with the Boule. Black Reality, here's something y'all didn't even know. LeBron James, he's Boule. Look at the tattoo on his chest. Man, I lost track of time. Look at LeBron James. Why you think him and Jay-Z rock with each other? You know? This is Jay-Z in a Masonic ceremony. Pop warned y'all a long time ago about Jay-Z, man.
Place, man.
Here you go. Look at the tat on his chest. Now, see, that's the symbol of the Boule right there with the griffin. Body of a lion, wings of an eagle. They got their paws over an urn. And see, you also got to understand too when it comes down to LeBron James. They've been building LeBron James up ever since he was in school. You know, and that's I see right when that during the adolescent years, that's when that King James stuff started to come around. And I peeped that. I said, like, King James? You mean to tell me he proudly names himself after a homosexual, somebody that was a documented homosexual? Sorry about that. Just gotta get the beard right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, brother Jeremy. Yeah, if you see him, he acts of it too. You know. So and then on top of that, I got to deal with it all the time. Got to deal with it on the block. Got to deal with it at work. You got all these. I call them LeBron lovers. You know, saying like how he the greatest player on the planet. Look, man, I spoke to people know who know people who know LeBron, and they're from Ohio. And they're from Ohio. Okay, that King James junk done went to his head. I even got one of my best friends and all that. He bigs up LeBron all the time. But my problem, like with LeBron, you talking about, you got some people who come out there defend him, saying like, well, he do stand up. Look what he did. He put like a little 1,100 kids from the inner city, gave them scholarships for them to go to college. He did this and did that. Even when he came down here to Miami and all that. Yeah, everybody think it was him who decided to take that picture of the Miami Heat players of all them wearing hoodies to honor Trayvon Martin. It wasn't him. That was Dwayne Wade. Wade is the man, plain and simple. It wasn't LeBron. And I wish people stop saying that junk. And people got to start learning to understand that, But everybody overlooks saying like, okay, he's the greatest player to play. And I'm not trying to start no debate. We know for a fact LeBron cannot hold Michael Jordan's jockstrap. We already know that. That's been well documented. Same thing with Kobe. Okay, same thing with the Black Mamba. But we talking about like what it come down to, because he started act a whole lot like that. And see, in the NBA Finals, it's like the Super Bowl. You're looking at another ritual right there. You got LeBron James against the Golden State Warriors. Okay? And I think I explained this too, between Warriors and Cavaliers. What's a Cavalier? Let me break out the dictionary again. Yeah, it's heavy. It's big though, okay, but well worth it. Cavalier, a horseman, especially a mounted soldier, a knight. That's one of the definitions there. Or basically like one having the spirit or bearing of a knight, a courtly gentleman, gallant. Or better yet, here's one here where it comes down to adjective, meaning like haughty, disdainful, or supercilious, meaning like an arrogant and cavalier attitude toward others. Now, if I didn't know any better, that sounds just like LeBron. That sounds exactly like LeBron. But let's look up Warriors real quick. Okay, warrior meaning a person engaged or experienced in warfare. Soldier meaning like a person who shows or has shown great vigor, courage, or aggressiveness, as in politics or athletics. That sounds a lot like the Golden State Warriors. That sounds a lot like Steph Curry. And he battled back, he had courage to battle back from the injury to be in the NBA Finals. That sounds a lot like Klay Thompson. So what you're looking at is the battle between the Warriors, which are the Moors, and the Cavaliers, which are the Europeans. So that's one of the reasons why the Warriors have beaten the Cavs 2 out of 3, except for 2016 when the Cavaliers won. See, they did that. That was ritual for them. So that way LeBron could win his very first one for the Corporation of Cleveland and stuff. Okay? And see, they broke a 50-something year curse. Just like the same reason it is for Philadelphia to win their first Super Bowl for 52 years. Both numbers, about the same time. Cleveland Cavaliers won won the championship for that corporation in 51, Philadelphia 52. You got to watch these numbers. These are rituals, man. Whether it's the Super Bowl, whether it's the NBA Finals, the World Series, the Stanley Cup, the FIFA Championship, all that. All that. And on top of that, like I say, LeBron, he bootleg too. But this is Albert Pike right there. You can see the Mason compass right there. Remember, a lot of this stuff is ours, boys. Only thing is European using this city. They use our sign. And on top of that, like I said, Albert Wright